this guy, kill this guy.
Alright, so obviously your blade is nuts. It's unfortunate that like we can't build ultimates during that since your blade is so nuts.
Yeah, just die if you have to.
But Ana should get a decent bit here.
I don't know. I got like
I didn't get a beat
honestly.
drop, no.
No, because she also used nano.
Yeah, but she's still like 25%, 30% back towards it, you know.
I actually think, can you rewind and watch that? Because I think Zen got a lot of charge off of that. Because you remember Tonki used ult as he died.
Also nuts.
If
They're complaining about how good Tonki is here.
If they left up our
soldiers up on the high.
Alright.
Ready?
Drop.
Kill this guy, kill this guy.
What?
Right,
I dashed into him with my shield bash and somehow it didn't stop him. Whatever. That's 2. That's an easy clear. It's 2. Yeah, just
wow, my shield bash isn't OP enough.
I don't know. I got like.
I didn't get a beat drop. No. He probably just got you.
Yeah, I canceled the beat drop.
It happens. I didn't hear you do it.
Yeah,
so yeah,
he has no healing.
He got like 30 ult charge off of that. So that's.
Yeah, Tonki does well against these guys for sure. He gets a lot of value with his right click. Just to build trance.
They might have trance. Do we want to bait it out?
They used trance at the very beginning or at the very end of last point, so he's close. If he's got it, it's gonna be a stretch.
Bait it with shatter?
Shatter, yeah.
I was gonna say we didn't do damage last time, so it's a stretch if he has it.
Everybody's for.
Like that's a huge purple that we're not entirely able to follow up on, but.
Yeah, because it's out of a thing. I think I just dash through and then reflect and drop back.
Backing off.
Seems fine. We don't need to do anything important.
Yeah, I think we need a bursty healer.
Yeah,
I think
like we got through on the baguette.
I'm gonna take control.
Yep, go for it.
And I'm also gonna wait for a moment where it's good. Okay, so can we find a point where we see all of the point rather than just this hallway? Because I'm trying to think, where should the tanks stay so that should the tanks just stay on point so that they can engage?
Our tanks?
Yeah, where do the main tanks, where do the tanks stay on defense?
We'll play and I'll show you. I know where they should play, I don't know where Gray is necessarily playing.
I think they're just staying on catwalk.
If they're staying catwalk or high ground, that's fine. Because they want to be in sight lines for both our healers just fine.
I'm here. People who are coming back. Just a second, we were up in 1 man. We have 2 people.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the camera angle, but
charging point. Soldier's gonna be on high ground.
So like, the tanks are staying up here, which does allow them to jump up here and in there. I don't know. It just feels like when we get that purple, it's hard to necessarily engage on them. I know we're gonna be out of line of sight, but we should be able to just jump in. Until we get our cooldowns back and then jump out, and like in that time probably get a bunch of kills if he got a fact made, right? But should the tanks stay up here so that they can jump this way and this way? Or
you probably want to use your mobility cooldown to like leave the fight if you can.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we should always like just try to push that and then just jump out.
Yeah, I probably not like you can't go too far where they were purpled because the ceiling will just fuck Winston.
Yeah.
And he's out of sight of his healers.
Yeah, that's true.
Soldiers high ground level.
But like here I am behind them, they have nothing to do. Our healers are perfectly safe. You're in the middle of their team doing
dash reflex.
Yeah, doing whatever. And our Winston's just like
Soldiers still
angling them. I don't know why we trans.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Let me back up here.
Maybe want to still high ground.
Can we clip that? That belongs in Boogie clips. We use all our ults here. We nano the monkey, we use an Unky ult, we use soldier ult, we use Diva to remech.
Fuck.
I have no idea why Tonki ult's here.
Soldier's still high ground, totally uncontested.
I guess he was scared of the tire.
I think the only play here was Nano Visor.
For sure. I just wanted to get this baguette, and we had a good push with it. Like, I wanted to get rid of my ult, so that's why I wanted to push in real quick. We have 4 minutes to switch, so...
What do we want?
We should go dive tanks, I think, so that we can contest the high ground. If we get in a position like that, we're gonna need to take him out.
I'm gonna go Reaper.
Okay.
I mean, is it crazy to say?
Yeah, you're the only one on fire.
Moira, Ana here? Maybe Moira Zen.
Well, that's because I did the cleanup. You did the initiation, I did the cleanup.
I only got like 1 or 2 maybe.
Yeah,
I'm like 50 to next ult, like that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm like aggressively building my ult. Tonki is aggressively building his next. It's a race to see who
We have
gets it
people
next.
still in spawn.
It's probably just me because I'm in a better position to hit them coming in.
Yeah.
I don't know why they go Reaper. Like, how's that supposed to help them?
Big health pack build.
It's probably someone going, wah, Winston killed me. I'm gonna go Reaper now.
Go here.
Yep, we're here.
Let's go.
We're here. Let's go.
And he burns
Right
Wraith
window.
Form for no reason. I
Yeah.
guess we'll get it back.
So in
before
one
it's
push,
say.
I built 60. Tonki's built 60.
Yep, that's
They
why I
just
went
took so
Reaper.
much poke coming in from us that we basically have ults
Yeah.
back.
The far left side. Let's go
And
through the
since
door,
they
go through the door.
swapped, they lost all of their economy.
Yeah.
Let's take
Ooh,
high ground.
heal me, brother, heal me.
They're gonna come down.
So I don't
just wait
know.
a sec.
Bottom right.
Like, we don't have to do anything here, but our Winston goes in, which is fine. We purple someone who
Coupled
we
with a
don't.
nade. Perfect
Unfortunately, we
nade.
didn't follow up on that.
It was the Moira anyway, and she just faded.
Yeah,
so even
that's
if we
fair,
went
that's
for, she
fair.
would have just faded out.
I don't think we're supposed to chase into here.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
Oh no! I was going for a blade. I was going
I
for.
understand what you were doing. I'm saying I don't know if our tanks need to do that. I think they're perfectly fine just splitting this and delaying it until you get back.
Well,
But
I would need protection during my blade. Yuno's DMing me,
That's true.
but the
Right.
Gotta go-
Moira
come
no.
on, healers.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Moira's
die.
just
I'm
gonna
gonna
die.
die. I'm gonna die. I didn't.
I
have
actually
anything. was stuck
I
between
dashed
the
through the
lists.
Zen and he did a 180 flick and got a right click on me.
minute.
Feels bad, man.
You guys have no healers. You're dead. You gotta get out. Just get out.
Yeah, we can't sit up on that high ground.
Monkey and I
yet.
do a good job of focusing the soldier. There's a Reaper on point. We
Yeah,
kind of
that's
just
why I
let
went
him, but
right
we can
down.
take out the
No
soldier
one
because
else
the
came.
Reaper is like we can always get later. The soldier is more important.
There you go, boss.
Well, they
And there,
wasted
So we
that.
now
use
we
blade
used
on
we use blade on monkey and we have all our other ults.
They use Primaris
Yeah, the
too.
only thing we need to save trans for is visor. It's the only thing we care
Does
about.
that still have trans?
Yeah. Tonki was arguing that we should save it
I
for
have
Reaper,
another
but that's not
healer
really gonna be
too,
necessary.
2
If we're in a
seconds, so
situation where
likely.
Reaper is like in the situation, like he's gonna get a good ult, we've already fucked up too bad.
Is this where I get
Yeah, monkey
dinked
bubble's
by
down
theirs
right now.
and
Tonki just got dinked by their Zen.
Okay.
And I
I
think
can,
you
like,
almost
disengage
So if
from
you're
the
died
stairs
as
here.
well.
Here, let's go get Winston.
We're here. Come.
yeah,
Both
this seems
tanks up
fine.
top.
Alright, going.
Right, they drop
Oh, I just got
down.
right click
Yuna
right
does
when,
not drop
I have
in
Winston
time,
ult.
and so now our
I'm gonna
tanks are
go-
desynced,
no,
and
I'll
we
die.
yeah,
Fuck.
it's fine. We traded
Yeah,
for their
let's
main
just do
tank. They
something
can't do
totally
anything.
Simple and go down main and see if that works.
I mean, they're down Diva Mech right
I think
now,
I do
so-
a little
let's
flanking
get
and a
through
There,
little.
I
Down
did.
There you got
Soldier
dinked.
too.
But they're
Almost back.
resetting, so it doesn't
I
matter.
almost have Blossom too.
Other
I have
than build
Winston
ult
ult. I'll
church.
jump on the Ana. Okay.
I'm
Great
generally
comes
happy
back.
how we played this defense
Yeah.
for second
We're out
point.
here.
Already here, let's just go.
We're here.
I'm gonna go around
Soldier's
left
Diva's
and
still
jump
down
back.
in
for
mech.
sure, but Diva's out of mech. Let's get this Genji on the
She's
left
back in mech.
side.
She's back in mech. I'm coming back to you. I'm coming back to you.
Until
Diva in the
this
stairs.
last defense, I
Winston,
fucked
Winston,
this
he can
up
die. He can
too.
die.
Diva.
Diva.
Down in mech.
Nice.
Yeah, we use Diva just to remech
Seems
Genji's
fine.
low, Genji's
because
low.
our tanks are desynced. It's as if they're stalling the high ground and not like actually trying to kill
Coming
people on the high
healers.
ground.
Alright, this
Now
Winston
they're really
ulting.
desynced. So Yuna's gone.
can't get
I'm
you
on point.
night.
I'm on point.
Pushed you out.
Diva's out of mech.
Oh my god, she gets
I'm going for
melted.
soldier.
Did
Diva's
Monkey
out of
ult
mech.
like super early here?
I think
Nice.
yeah, he
Jumping
also
healers.
ulted to stay
Wow, he
alive.
ulted
Winston's
super
ulting.
early.
Oh no, he
Uh,
ulted
he-
to push his
contest point.
soldier.
Point
Oh,
pushed you out.
no,
Diva's
contest
out of mech.
visor. He did it to push visor
I'm going
around.
for soldier.
Winston's on me, just in the back.
So right now, Tonki and I are coast. That's where we are,
Yeah, Ana
which
was
is fine because
along.
I'm like rotating to high ground when they push in for visor half the time. My visor here it wasn't good. I'm gonna like Tonki's gonna get dove by the Diva here, and then I'm going to run onto point like an idiot and contest like way before I need to.
Yeah,
So
I'm already contesting here. I should have just said.
Send in
Genji's
soldier.
half on stair.
Winston.
Send in
has
soldier.
no
Both
ult.
one on the right. Zen
Yeah,
one,
watch
Zen
me
one.
just
Zen
run
left
on.
side. Soldier's on left side. Get the soldier on point.
like I just don't need to do this.
Soldier.
I can just be with
Nice.
Nice. Genji's coming in on the
Zen.
right side. Genji coming in right side window.
He's ulting.
Oh,
Got him.
Nice.
Can't
I'm
see
almost
anything on
back.
point. You guys are on your own.
I have 31 HP. I know.
So Monkey uses
I'm
bubble
I'm
off
almost
point.
back. I'm
He's
about
on
to be able
point.
to
He's
throw
on
an E
point,
down
and then
main.
he
Let's
jumps
just stay for
back
2
onto point.
seconds. He's coming down main.
Maybe he
Lucio.
could get the soldier if he was able to land on him, but
He's down.
Nice.
Tracer.
I'm also contesting as
Nice.
Tracer too
Nice.
soon, and I don't recall.
Nice.
Well, we only
Nice.
had a few
Good shit, guys.
seconds
Good
there.
shit.
Pull it together.
Yeah.
But I guess you could contest at the very last moment.
It was going to be rough either way.
Okay, whatever one you want to do.
Thinking Orisa because if they are gonna use Boogie to,
I think
Yeah,
we.
you don't want to get stunned with
Do
mine.
we
Yeah,
want
go
our
ahead and
own
go,
brigade?
Risa.
I think a lot of it was the diva play.
Do you want to bag out of
Like-
our own?
Yeah.
We could say the tank synergy, but also the
Yeah, I
diva
would
play in
run that
general.
AD
Like,
with a Moira.
Just for the last point there.
Just so we have burst
Yeah.
heals.
yeah,
if we-
in
if we
general
do
it
that,
was
we also have
fine.
to stay tight.
Or
I
We're
was
not
happy
gonna have a
with where
defensive ult for
Tonki
it, but-
and Amber
Do you
were
want
set
Moira,
up.
or did you want Baguette?
At least the first second point. I think that was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean that's always a great spot to be in.
Alright, I kind of like what you do here, but I think we can take it like a step further.
What do I do here?
You're gonna go to window and just like poke from window endlessly
Well, that
Took a
barrier is
couple
kind of
left,
far
left.
back.
for until the
Yeah.
fight actually
I
like
have
starts.
cooldown. I have.
Yeah, if they have nothing to.
Yeah, I like that. I think you can actually just go
This is the
further
first
in.
Tracer
Probably
we've
shouldn't
Go
ever
on
have
like
done.
burned
top
the-
of dojo.
My bubble's down. Winston's
Winston's
main.
just down main, but there's two that were going to the right. It looks like.
So
I think
I'm way behind
Does
them now.
Tonki
I'm
get
the only one
does
still.
Tonki get a
bubbles,
right
got
click on the
Yeah,
on the
right window.
Orisa?
Alright, I'm
No,
gonna throw it.
I don't think so.
Something causes the Orisa to just drop.
She's
so low.
discorded. Her shield goes out,
Tracer's on
I'm
point.
barrier. No shields. I'm gonna die here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Back up then.
I'm backing
And
up.
she's
Backing up.
so that shield, like if it's placed, even dive can break it real fast if people are actually.
Yeah.
focusing.
Also, both of their anti-dive heroes went to point for you. So like Hog and
Yeah, I just
Even
need
Kree
to
went
just
to
stall
point just
out.
for
I
you.
was too aggressive there.
Winston just dove me on point,
But now
they're
they're
not running
fucked.
Baguette. I don't know
Now they're
why they want it in here if they're not going to run it.
Diva's out of mech.
Just 3 squishies on point, 4 squishies on point.
Winston is
Squishies on point.
Gray is very good at staying
Oh,
alive,
there
but
uses
maybe
an
too
ult.
good.
Yeah, I think he could be way more aggressive.
Tonki uses his Zen ults like Moira ults because he gets them so fast, and like I disagree with it fundamentally, but he gets them so fast.
I can't reach you actually.
It's probably too late.
To be clear, I did not jump off the
Yeah.
map.
Roadhog, run to the
I
right.
did not jump off the map. I got hooked while standing over the edge, and then the hook broke, and I dropped straight down.
Yeah, but like this is kind of weird to me. Like Gray is on someone like here, right? I'm respawning, so I'm not in it. Here's Tonki. Here's like the Diva. Here's the Lucio. And you're over here fighting the Winston.
No,
Or
the
sorry,
Hog.
the Hog rather.
Yeah.
We're definitely more split than I'd like. Like we're not gonna
Yeah.
get punished here because we
Diva and
already
Winston
have
are on the
such an
same
advantage.
target. That's for sure. And I think the two supports are on the same target.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can make this jump if I.
I
go
actually
this
came
way,
back.
yeah. Run to the right, Roadhog. Run to the right a little bit. I
And now-
can't reach you actually.
It's probably too late.
I'm really surprised
to
we don't
jump.
initiate this next fight with beat.
I
like
tried to
I
extend your
said.
life so they couldn't kill you, but whatever.
I
I'm
figure as
switching
soon as
out
we turn the
Baguette,
corner,
which,
we like amp
Yeah,
speed
let's
beat.
do it with the
You get
Zen.
into Blade, and we just take the fight.
If you guys
I
want
got
to
So
Switch,
that's not how
yeah.
this happens.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't pull the trigger.
Oh, he has to get me from
Get on
spawn.
high ground.
He's
I
getting me
thought
from
you were
spawn
gonna
right
say
now
that
because
for
I
like
fell off the
later.
map. Remember?
Yeah.
So
But like we're regrouping. Like we have it
Yeah,
now,
he's really
right?
good at those.
Here we all are.
I think no, I'm still not there.
I'm not shooting.
Tracer's
stairs.
right
I'm on
side.
far side.
He's up in the window too.
Now I'm
there's
there in the
Lucio.
window. Yeah, now I'm in the window.
Like can just.
Okay, so
be
yeah,
there.
he went through main. I went into window, right? So he speeds to point.
I actually
I'm not
don't
sure
like that.
Tracer's right side.
So like our tanks are going to use cooldowns to get onto point, which means they can't kill whoever doesn't drop on high ground. I think it's
He's
awful.
up in the window too.
So
And
there's
then
the
the-
Diva. The monkey
Okay.
the monkey
Tracer
already
on point.
jumped
I'm
and
dropping.
bubbled on point,
All 4 on point.
Yeah, and I got
which means
two
we're going to
taps.
pull them down. Okay, whatever. Like I don't know why we don't just beat here.
Yeah, if we beat, I would have lived because I would have had more HP.
And the call was beat Blade to initiate the fight. We don't want them initiating on
Yeah.
us. The round's fucked though.
I'm stuck.
All right, Winston and Diva are now split because Diva did like a doopsie doo and Gray ended up
Hmm.
on high ground, which is fine. Why does he ult? What?
All 4 on point.
I'm stuck.
Okay, he was like kind of low, I guess.
I think he used it to. Who's he on? From
There's a
McCree,
McCree
I
up
guess?
there, yeah.
Tracer's discorded it.
I guess he's just using it to take
Tracer,
McCree out of the fight. I don't know what he's
Almost on a
doing.
map, Evil 1.
This one's in...
I'm
I
gonna
can't
die to
shield.
this. I know, I'm gonna die to it.
Okay,
I
now
don't
we
have range
beat.
for another 2 seconds.
Now that two
I
people
do
are
have
dead.
Blossom.
And
We
we,
win this fight,
I
though.
just died.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
I think
It's-
because we
it's
just
weird.
had such an overwhelming advantage, we didn't even need to play it right.
Yeah, we
Where are
had
we at now?
1, 2, 3,
I'll have
4.
Shatter
We
when I
had
come
5
out.
ults, 6 ults
Yeah.
with you.
They have no trance.
Oh my
And now I can just
god.
blade to
I tried to stall
clean
it.
up, and I didn't even. I don't think I can do anything with it.
I have Shatter.
Gotta get out there now.
I remember they used their shatter and then got killed.
Nah, they got that.
Wow.
So we snowballed that well.
Alright.
Yeah.
Albeit not as clean as I would like, but we snowballed that.
Yeah.
I really don't like to play.
What did I not like? Let's watch King's Row.
Charge off the Rhine. Go
Oh.
for it, yeah.
Goes you.
Are we gonna hold choke or are we gonna hold back here?
Right here.
So I really don't like his Rhine play.
You're gonna be right here with your shield.
And part of that is definitely on me for not communicating some of these bubbles. But I feel like he doesn't take space as Rhine, he's just kind of there.
They do have a Zarya.
So he doesn't shield blink ever, right? He's in, he's holding shield
Nice.
Down the
here.
healer. Diva's going top. She's low.
He takes
We're
that
down a
corner
healer,
and
too.
then starts like falling
Rhine's
back, which is
low.
fine.
He's backing out,
He
yeah.
gets- yeah, that, I mean, that's
Because his
gonna
shield
happen.
is breaking.
Yeah.
But okay, go back. All right,
You
let me
guys
take
are all
control.
just...
They do have a Zarya.
I don't see Widow.
You show that door who's
Uh,
boss.
Oh, this is before the first.
Yeah, I rewinded 20
They
seconds.
do
sorry.
have a Zarya.
Okay. So
Nice,
They're
that's
down there
huge.
healer.
if he spends this whole fight, here, right? He pushes. Oh, he's use red, so I'm in the right color. So didn't mean to do that. What am I doing? Okay, so he pushes this way and then spends the whole fight here, right? If he spends the whole, and as a result, they frag Taki as he's coming in.
Yeah, that's
Right.
super weird.
So if he takes the whole fight here,
He can
He can-
line of sight them with
can
the
line of
building
sight
if
them,
he
yeah.
needs to.
and now instead of having I guess I'll use blue for no, I'll use red for what we have. So we're protected like this, and I'd rather be protected like all of this would be protected. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He also gets a better pin angle into like the wall instead of into pocket into their team.
Yeah.
And we have Diva's doing what Diva basically has to do against the Widow, I think.
Yeah.
So
Okay, you can
it's
take the
kinda
reins
awkward.
back. So like I think that would have solved his
Diva's going
both
top,
his
she's low.
aggression issue,
We're
and,
down a healer,
like
too.
lack of aggression, and
Rhine's low.
his because think about it as well.
She's
Like
a baby Diva. Shit. I
You
ran
guys
out
are
of
all
mana.
just...
I'm thinking about it
shit.
more. The more I'm realizing the reason. So like, think about it just quite simply. If you think of shield is like a certain amount of time that you can take damage per second, right? You know what I mean? If they're outputting damage per second, and your shield has
Yeah, we're burning a shit ton of resources to
So-
hold a position we don't really.
So but think about it like this. This route takes less time than this route. My triangles are weird, but you get my idea.
Yeah, I get you.
Therefore,
It costs us in shield,
costs us less. Yeah.
and it ended up costing us Tonki's life.
So we can get to here without even our shield being broken. Where in this time we get our shield broken here.
Yeah, you can see though how little I've contributed because I wasn't able to get charge upon initial. That's my
Mhm.
fault for not communicating well enough with Gray. To get that charge upon initial because they have a Junkrat. Like, there's no excuse for me to be this low energy. I think we pick it up
Mhm.
after we cap this with mostly
All
off
just low as
your
shit. I'm
back.
trying to just toss Discord orb around.
I think I just clean up, don't I?
You got the initial picks. Right now you're in spawn.
You guys can push in. I'm almost there.
I don't think.
I'm really surprised they don't recontest this.
Yeah, we could have fought that, guys. They only had 3 of them.
Oh, they gave it to us? The first fight?
Yeah.
Wait. Did I miss the second fight?
No, that was it.
I thought, didn't Ryan die? Or I guess he came back just in time. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They
Aran
only had
died and
3 of them.
respawned. But they decided they weren't going to fight that.
Okay, so it's not me carrying anybody. It just happens.
You also carried, like, you're most of the way to tire. So I feel like we should be in their fucking face right now. We should have advantage with you almost at tire.
Yeah, Diva and I
Coming
dived
back
the
side.
Shield's gonna go down. I'm just gonna chill.
their Junkrat. No, their Widow, I guess. And now I think
Shield's
yeah,
at half.
we push the Junkrat back so he can't damage our team.
Keep an eye out for grab.
Like, you see how I'm, like,
But
already
he's-
taking this next corner and we're still, like, back here?
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that. I want to take the space if they're going to give it to us. I want to push right now.
Yeah.
I want to force them to make a play to prevent me from doing this.
Grab
Tire.
here. I have shatter.
Like, I think the Diva
Diva's
and what
low
you're
right
doing
now.
is
Fine.
perfectly
Sorry, it's
fine,
discorded
but I want to
half
take
right
this
now.
corner. They're going to give us this corner.
Quarter
It's coming
HP.
from behind us.
Tire is gonna be coming from the left side. Up top.
It's gonna get me. It's 1.
Huge.
1.
No more ults. Clean them
Well, I
all
mean,
up.
Moira ult is Moira ult, you know?
Yeah. I'm saying after the
Alright,
Moira
guys,
ult.
we have ults.
We just need those 2. That's fine. So here, I want to push to here. At least.
Yeah.
And it's
We didn't play that perfectly, but we still
we
stumbled
need to
them. But
start
we
talking,
could have 100% just team wiped them after the first point.
Probably the worst pick we could have right now.
What do you want to say?
like, I'm the only, like, Ryan's not even in the picture. Ryan's like back here.
Yeah, we can take this the second corner.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
where I'm like, yo, push the fuck up.
Yeah.
I just want the momentum. Like, what he does this a lot, where he has like his shield
Yeah, and
angled
an
at
angle.
like he does it for first point defense too, where like he's using the rear view mirror to like see around the corner when he can just face it the right fucking way so the rest of us can see as well. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Oh, that's what he's
Don't be
doing. I
I
understand.
assume that's what he's
I still
doing
have
because it doesn't
shatter.
have much point otherwise. So he like, instead of like rushing to the corner, he like comes this way first, so he doesn't. So he's like opening himself up to everyone behind the corner and a worse passive retreat. But I'm setting up for a grab, and we're gonna win off that, I think.
I think honestly we're in good luck because in a good position because in the future. Oh yeah, I got mine
Shatter
onto
chicken
the
right now, so keep
Farah
an eye
and
out.
then
Yeah, that's
Diva
huge.
picks her off.
So their shatters.
And I build up another tire off of your grav and get the Ryan.
I'm down.
He gets it. He's
Wow,
holding
I'm
shield
down
up
to
for
the
like
handshake.
not much reason. We should push up. He is okay. He's
Yeah, we
finally
should go on
charging in.
speed
You're
and push up.
here. You're too exposed.
Tonki's got the idea. The rest of us have.
Just an enemy right now.
Yeah, I think we're all
Enemy.
calling it. We're all calling Farah left side.
I have to go.
Where is he? What is this cheeky fucking thing? He's just like waiting for someone to come on so he can shatter them? I guess, but you
I
can
think
take like
he
an
said he
actual
didn't have
position.
much.
we
He didn't
can't
have
win
much scrim
fights if we don't have
experience,
a main
so
Yeah.
that's a solo queue strat right there.
Alright, well we crushed that one. It's defense that's like a bit more worrisome.
hmm I mean, in the future on offense, like you can basically keep them on a leash with both of your commands and your bubbles. You can just tell them what to do and like basically play both your characters at the same time. You know.
Nice sound.
I
And
try
once-
I'm like push the
Here's a
fuck
joke.
up and it doesn't.
Well, yeah, but now you can just call like second
Just
corner,
charge
first
bars
corner,
area, it's all good.
choke. You know. and we
Yeah,
can do
here's
in
that
the
shield
future.
again. I
Yeah,
understand that.
I was watching that in game and I didn't want to bring it up because like they were about to push, but I was like, what on earth is that doing for us?
I have shield for you.
I'm just gonna hit the wall like 3 times.
Yikes.
So right now their comp is like bad for us. Like that fire is gonna get
Yeah.
a shit ton of value. I guess we just have to take a fight immediately. I don't get charge off my first couple bubbles, as Rusty points out in the Twitch VOD. So that's my fault. Like if I can't get this charge immediately,
I have personal in 3.
we can't win this
I'll
fight.
soak.
Like our only chance is to get better charge and then
I have
crush the
shield for
fight
you.
before the fire gets
Come
a
back,
shit
come
ton
back,
of
come back.
value.
Yeah.
But we're all over the
Ryan's
place
low, Ryan's
here.
half.
Also, I feel like if we pushed that Ryan, we
no
could have
ally
just easily collapsed on him and gotten that pick.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a small thing that like while Tonki is distracted here, like look who's taking damage. And look who has healing orb. The diva has healing orb this whole time.
Ryan's low. Ryan's
Oh,
half.
And,
Ryan's taking.
and like Mercy is correctly preventing Tonki's death. Like that's just something we need to be aware of as the front line. But like Tonki needs to. I mean, he is very distracted right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, no ally bubble.
But now he's not.
Junk's low as well.
Ryan can die. Ryan can
Yeah,
die.
the orb is still on Diva.
Ryan
Charge.
Ryan's actually won.
We lose this fight because I don't get
Ryan
charged
has
until
one left
I'm
side.
dead. Yeah,
Nice.
that's my fault.
Nice.
I think I don't die. Me and Mercedes don't die.
All right, so I'm like hold first
Alright,
corner.
let's push up tanks.
We're basically all here for
Keep
this.
Zen on the payload.
He's like, I understand the fire is raining down above us, and we don't have a great way to deal with that right now. But we're just giving this first corner.
I almost have barrage already.
Yeah.
So we're giving them the space they want, and he's like,
They
they
actually-
have shatter, they have shatter. Like, well, turns out they don't have shatter, and it doesn't like if they do have shatter, we need them to ult us as soon as possible so they don't get full
Yeah.
push. Like
So,
more
like,
reason to push
we-
into them.
We stall out this fight for a long
That's
time
personal. I can say.
and
Yeah,
never
I
touch
do.
payload, and then we still lose it.
Zenyatta's on the right.
So
right
it's
ramp
like-
behind you.
They get all this push for free before taking the fight, and then they take the fight and win it, and then we only get one fight out of Streets phase,
Junkrat
Ryan's
half.
half. Ryan's half. Shield's almost down. Nice.
which is what they did basically.
The Zarya.
Sorry,
They
yeah,
did the same
nice.
thing.
Diva.
I have shield for you, Ryan.
We get this Mercy out of the sky. Her Valk's about to end.
So it's been 2 fights. I'm not getting good enough charge because I'm not
Knock over.
coordinating enough. So I just swap McCree here.
Good. Take her out.
Well, you killed it before I could.
I'm not a huge fan of this tires
Right,
about to come out
payload.
because we
Back here,
can't
Stuart.
pressure during
Leave her
it.
off. Yep,
Just stay with me, Stuart. Just stay right where you
I
are.
already used it.
Tire's
Yeah,
coming,
it's
gonna be
because you
coming.
were going to
Just
switch
wait,
to
wait,
soldier.
Wait.
So you were
Stay
just
with
gonna
me and Stuart.
use and swap, if I remember the comms correctly.
Oh yeah, and then I
Anti-
think I switched to soldier and switched right back because I realized.
Right, Diva's dead.
Nice.
They're
So
in
not
here.
that it matters anymore, but let me go back up for a second.
Oh,
Alright, nice.
okay.
Where do we lose
Payload?
Diva Mech back
Back
here,
here,
right?
Leave her off.
If Yuna jumps off right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
she resets in time for this.
446
Yeah.
at 436.
She dies 20
Sorry.
seconds later
Stagger.
Oh,
the world.
man.
Watch that.
And so we can't-
Zenyatta.
as
Yeah,
baby
hang
diva,
on,
so we
hang on,
can't
man.
fight this.
They're gonna contest this
Well,
shit. They're
Ryan
gonna-
gets like booped away,
Ryan
so
is
he can't
correct.
contest this.
I have
Amber's doing a good job pocketing
Ryan one.
Tonki when he
He's
gets
getting
dove, for sure.
shield for you in one. Shield
Yep.
for you in one.
That's good.
I need to try and get more heals.
I think we stabilize here off of the
Yeah, we
off of
stabilize here
DPS
for a while.
play.
I'm almost dead, and I'm out
Alright,
of
let's just
heals.
back. Let's chill.
I almost have coalescence here.
I have grab.
I'm playing very open.
Let's
I could
reset
I could
it all
easily get
again.
picked if they had good
Okay.
hit scan.
Yeah, but they're not
No
running it
shield
right
for you.
now.
Oh yeah. There were a Tracer,
Box
Grace
is
pushing
down.
out
Alright,
for
I
us.
got a good grab.
Tracer
Take it,
Farah
guys.
combo could
Just
easily
stop
kill
it.
me.
On top.
Oh, I can get good one here. Good one here.
Guys, Diva's on top.
Get this Mercy.
She's just like
Good
out
charge.
here.
Good charge. You're down both
Junkrat,
DPS.
Junkrat.
That's you. Yep.
I have shield for you in one.
That was a good charge to
Ryan's
to
one,
counter the
Ryan's one.
charge.
Yeah.
I need heals.
You
I need
need
heals. No
Diva?
bubble. I'm
I
good.
threw an orb. I can't get much
It's okay.
closer to you. I'm out of
What
heals.
did everyone just use
We've
ult?
been in these fights
Yes,
for a long
I
time, and I
don't
haven't had much
understand.
contact
Why?
with people.
I don't know. He saw someone over here in the corner. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was me.
He
But, like-
literally ults here. So I guess unless you're in horseshoe, I can't.
Yeah, I
really
was
see
in
a reason
horseshoe.
why you- I guess so.
Like I don't agree with it, but I think that's what his reasoning was.
Sorry, man. Like,
So you
I
get
mean,
like
these
2 of them
fights
off
have
your
gone on for a
mind,
long
and then
time.
this
Yeah.
Diva Bomb like
If that's the
crushes
case,
them.
do we want to try the mercy for the?
So as they're discussing,
heals?
their Mora heals
I'm already
aren't
back at the
sufficient
half,
running late
like,
because we
can-
just
if
have the more
reset,
consistent healing if the
I can
fight
get my
goes super
heals
long.
Back. It's just a
Alright,
matter of
I-
we never
Hmm.
reset.
Okay,
for-
okay,
We need
but
a
watch spam, watch
hard
spam.
reset. Hard reset.
Okay.
Why is he high nooning right now?
He's already stopped high nooning. They're just pushing into our spawn.
Fine, let him push out here.
There were 2 people on the right. I was trying to get
I'm
out.
gonna die.
Come back into spawn.
I don't
They're
think
so
it's
dumb. They're
gonna
pushing
happen.
us in the spawn. Also me. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I have shield for you.
All right, but they took away my heals again.
See, we're just like eating shield for no reason here. So I want to hold this corner.
yeah.
I can
How
soak,
well
I
do
can
we
soak.
do that? Tonki seems to be positioned fine.
Zenyatta straight back.
Let's fight him here.
Oh, that's
How's that
a
just
Oh, we no
Sure.
longer have
You're
the
way
Zarya,
deep,
so it's
you're
harder
way
for him,
deep.
I guess.
I was doing
Yeah.
that just to keep burning up.
Diva's
We already
coming
had
in.
Clamp deep.
Ryan,
Ryan one.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's
I
half,
forgot
he's
we
healed
dropped
up.
the Zarya.
Tires coming in.
Mine is not
Right
one.
side, right side.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
using
not.
tire here.
Nice.
I don't even know where I used
Fuck.
it.
Yeah, let's back up then.
He's
They just
one.
don't engage that whole fight.
I
If they
almost have another
engaged on
shot.
us, they could have kicked their
I was
asses.
doing that.
So
just to
use
keep burning
tire
up.
here.
We
Diva's
already-
We're like backing up for some fucking reason.
I think I use
think-
it to force to kind of
Coming
give
in.
us space.
I'm literally saying like aggress here because we're not
Yeah.
going in during this.
Ryan one. He's half, he's healed
He's
up.
half.
Tires coming in.
Like
Right
your
side, right
tire's
side.
good. We're not.
In
Nice.
theory.
Yeah,
but
the tanks
Trouble?
aren't
Fuck.
aggressing enough during it. I keep fucking up these flashbangs over shield.
He's one.
I almost have another grav.
Ryan to this card.
Yeah, I have barrage for it.
Okay,
Okay.
I kind of do want to just go to the Mercy for the heals. At
Like
this
he's
point.
full health.
I
He
will
can
flip
just
the
I use
rest
my
his shield.
coalescent. I'm just going. Yeah.
Keep going,
yeah,
keep going,
honestly, in these moments, it's better just be tank the
Alright, I
damage
have
and give us
the-
support ult.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
I have barrage. Do you have a
Alright.
bubble up for me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm a McCree straight back.
How the fuck did I
Oh my god, he
Oh,
gets
we're down,
deleted.
we're down.
Yeah. he
Backing up.
doesn't know why. He just gets fucked up.
Yikes.
Yikes,
I thought
that
we
was
had
a
the Zarya holding
bad
me there.
res.
The
Oh, he
Zarya was
charged.
right
He
next
gets
to me.
rezzed and somehow.
They pushed it 2 seconds. We're still kind of half in.
That's my fault. I can't let that mercy res. That's really bad of me. Unless I've already used off both my mines, but like I should not have. I don't think.
It's so hard to push
Alright,
in
we
here
ready?
against Junkrat, dude.
So
I
we
shield
gotta do
for
this
you.
fast. I'm
They
gonna
should
stay
go
back so you
Lucio.
Grab.
Okay.
Them? Yeah.
Get him.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
soon as
definitely.
Eva drops her matrix, I'm gonna go for it.
Oh god damn it.
I'm gonna die to this.
I
Notice
have
their
no
Great
ally.
comms are like
spells, right?
absent
No ally,
of
no ally.
positions and shit.
Yeah.
Something they need to work
Can't
on
shield,
for
can't
sure.
shield.
Mercy one.
Can save a healer.
Mercy one where?
Unless it comes for me.
Oh, they're talking about the tire.
Me. Oh, maybe not.
I'm just gonna jump.
I'm like, push. These
I'm
guys
gonna
are staying
swap.
here for some reason.
Yeah, let's back up. Let's stop taking damage on the Rhine shield we don't need to take.
Building a shit ton of ult charge off of it. I almost have high noon
They can't
again.
hurt you in spawn, so let them sit there and spam all they want.
Well, they can. I mean, if they one hit shot you quick.
No, you're in spawn.
No,
though.
you,
No.
You can't hit at all.
There was a bug where like you could get Hanzo ulted if you swapped character, or Hanzo arrowed if you swapped characters in the middle of it.
Interesting.
It's weird.
got one.
Oh, they got
Like
a
if,
hook.
like if, like oh, this was
Spinning
what
you.
Rusty was talking about. So like
Got one.
I'm high nooning right now, and
Uh-huh.
our Rhine is going to charge back to our team instead of their Rhine shield that's protecting everyone.
Okay, but okay, no, look at it. Look at it. He gets hooked. Our Ryan is here.
Yeah.
Right? No. Okay,
Rhine is
hold on.
behind the line here.
No,
Yeah.
he's here. He's
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
He's here. But their Ryan is here. That's their Ryan.
With you?
So he's trying to charge their Ryan.
No, he's not. He's just getting back to safety. He like veers off course
Oh,
completely.
I thought he just missed. I thought he just missed their
No,
Ryan.
he's just
Oh,
like
you're
not
right.
even close.
When I saw it in game, I assumed he was just trying to charge the Ryan and missed.
He's spinning you. Nice.
I can't.
If I broke the thing a second earlier, we would use a cooler Ryan.
Alright, we
Maybe.
gotta stop standing here and pushing, guys.
I broke the shield. I don't know what my second
wait
bullet
for-
went to.
Ryan shield. I might be able to
That
get a
D.Va's
cheeky
low.
hook.
It might
off
have
the
been like
edge
a.
here.
It might have been shot at someone who got.
So
behind
this is where I'm
corner.
like, hold the second corner because he had his shield down. So we push up.
Have another
We get this
barrage.
hook.
Yeah,
He
he
was
gets so
off-
much value
off
out of these
shield.
hooks. He's literally gonna camp this corner and he's gonna hook Tonki next.
Yeah, I'm rewinding here a second. It's like ever being like
Yeah,
shields like always want to hold at corners. Not being there is not great.
I mean, ideally he'd be here in this case. Well, that's like bigger than.
Yeah,
the shield.
basically.
Ideally,
yeah.
he'd be here. Yeah.
There's line of sighting when the shield goes out. Contesting when it comes.
Have another barrage.
Diva's off. Oh, she boot.
Discarded, Reinhardt
Nice, that was
discarded, Reinhardt discarded.
nice. That's a pick.
I guess they booped the Ryan into the team.
I don't know.
Zen's off.
He hooks Zen too.
Alright, keep
We're
your
forced to
eye on
back
the
out because we have no
barrage.
tanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I also have barrage.
They res.
Try to
I
put
think
the
I'd
brakes
do
so
something
low.
dumb here. I think I die here for like no great reason.
Alright,
I don't remember.
the Ryan's on the left side. He's looking
Oh,
for
I'm gonna get
shatters.
shattered
Yep.
here when I don't need to. That bomb is like whatever.
No, I
Once it
think I
clears them off
called.
the
I
point.
called
Came and got
yeah, I
me.
called the bomb so we can get
Zen
on to point,
ulted.
and then we use Zen ult to
Shield
get
it.
us both on point.
Damn it.
That was pretty good, honestly. We combo our 3 ults there pretty effectively to get them off
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, so we gave ourselves the bomb to get us onto point,
Yeah,
then
we
we
need to work on resetting
the,
completely. Like, we don't need to be standing there taking damage while we're regrouping. And we were all doing it. I was doing it.
we
too,
use
I
the
was
Zen
doing
and
it.
the McCree to push them off, basically.
I think I might go to bed.
Alright, Nepal is good and bad. So like Roasty makes a point where like Tracer isn't good on this inner point, and I absolutely agree with him. Like it's super fucking narrow. There's often a shit ton of things you don't want to see as Tracer. But like when we were running Yuna, I felt like we just had to run dive. So like the fire here, you're gonna get a shit ton of value, right?
Yeah.
This is like you. Alright, so unfortunately we don't leverage the first fight because the tanks fuck up like miserably. So you're gonna watch them dive like a hog instead of following up on your value. So we already used bubble. You see that here?
Yeah, to get us out. He's using it like Ryan, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Or Orisa.
Don't get knocked off here.
So right now we can just wait. Like we can wait indefinitely, wait for them to rotate to point and then jump. If
So
they fuck it up.
ideally, I'm gonna take control for a second. Ideally, we can have our tanks and supports back here,
Yeah, they just chill the fuck out back there.
and there's kind of like the high ground above point, and I can use that to line of sight and get damage. And they have to come to point, which means that we can wait for them to come to point, and then dive them, or dive who doesn't come to point.
Right now I'm on their side.
Or just wait for
right.
me to
I get
huge
too aggressive
damage.
here because I noticed you were calling the McCree. I'm just like, yo, if we fucking dive this McCree, he's just dead.
I mean, in a perfect world, like a direct and Tracer follow up will insta kill and McCree. So it is still a good call, I would say.
Yeah, but like, watch this
Backing
jump.
up, backing up.
Someone gets hooked. They both jump the Roadhog.
Diva's off.
Oh man.
Taki gets hooked.
Ooh, let's
The
go.
Diva gets fucked.
Alright, we need to get this fair out of
This
the
fight's
sky,
over.
and then we need to push to point.
I'm
So
already
fair is the
on
biggest
point, I'm on
priority.
point.
Like the suck was unfortunate, and I understand why the Winston jumped, but I feel like we should have been looking for other shit. I get picked off late, so that's
Nice.
my bad.
You
I'm
die.
gonna die over here.
Yeah, they're pushing.
We're
That's
even.
one.
Yeah, I got a direct and
Shield is
follow
on
up on
point
it.
still, shield
It was
is
like
on
an
point.
insta kill.
That's huge. Did he just jump?
Yep, I'm out of heals.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I think
But we're
he
just
jumped.
taking this slowly now. It doesn't.
Winston's on point.
I'm
Orisa
almost
shields are fucking awful. Like they
just
die
got
so
double fire
fast
shot.
against dive if they care. And if Orisa gets discorded, it's just
Diva's
like
almost out of
over.
the mech.
I love being able to
Reset.
barrage for free. That
Stall
feels
if you
good.
can, I
Yeah,
guess.
you guys play this well. 100%. And then we follow up. I C9 here briefly. 'Cause there were 4 on the point and then 3 people left.
Got coalescence.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, what are we saving Trance for? Nothing in particular?
Tracer,
Bongo,
Tracer,
I guess?
Tracer's on the left side. We get just Tracer.
Just
She got the
whenever.
Mega. She's out. She's out. She's out.
Doesn't really matter.
We gotta get the fair, guys.
Let's-
You're completely uncontested because all they have is a McCree.
Let's
Yeah.
There's nothing else for them to do.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he
Nice,
gets
nice,
like the
nice,
headshot
nice.
on you because I
Let's
guess
go.
Amber's
Mercy,
late.
mercy,
mercy, mercy.
Get this mercy.
I want to watch that
mercy.
again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, let's push in the left.
So they're all flanking.
Yeah, you get 3 taps.
Nice, Ferris down.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
She's
Third
on
one
the
was a
ground.
headshot,
Mercy,
too.
Get this mercy.
Yeah, but
Nice.
it was.
We just don't
She
call
was
this
just-
rotation.
Yeah. No, I think we did. I think we did. I thought we did.
Alright, let's push in the left here.
Our tanks aren't really taking space right now.
Nice, Ferris
nice.
She
down.
was attached to me the whole
Let's go,
time. I guess Amber just didn't realize I was taking damage fast enough.
I have
The
booster
headshot,
here.
like, really.
All right, no more
fucks
ults.
with
No
it.
more
Send
ults. No
straight
more
ahead,
ults.
guys.
Tonki here is
He was
going.
almost
This
on
is
a
where you call no ults,
And Tonki
and
ults.
Tonki commits an ult. So
Yeah.
someone, I think it was Amber. It might have been Amber. It had to have been Amber
Amber's
because
dead-
it was the
Amber's
only other
dead
person
already.
talking. Was like, we can win this with ults. So I'm gonna use bomb here, and then Gray. The only reason why we win it is because the Winston ult gets like 2 or 3.
I know. I think.
Like, there goes my
yeah, I
bomb.
guess.
Tonki gets pulled off.
Need heals, please. I have 10 HP.
Here
Healing,
comes
I'm
the
healing,
huge
healing, I'm
Winston
healing.
ult.
No, you're not healing me.
I'm healing 2 other people. I'm sorry if you're not in that group.
Wow.
I got knocked
And
off.
there's another
Toxic.
soon.
Yikes.
I hooked the transcendent Zen in the hole.
Good for you, buddy.
Oh, that was your boop.
That was a good push. We just gotta finish off targets, I think. 'Cause Diva and Winston both got really low.
So I'm glad he saw
Yeah.
that carry potential, but maybe we should have just reset.
Yeah, honestly, I think. I mean, obviously, you got a huge amount of value from the Winston ult, but for example, if we got like a decent amount of value out of the Tracer ult and a decent amount of value out of the Winston ult, we would have won it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like a calculated risk because if we fail that, we blew like 3 ults there only to.
But they
There's the
used 3
point.
ults too. So like, think about it. Think about like
Did they? I don't know if
Yeah.
they did.
they used Moira, Hog, and
There's no way they
Beat.
used Moira. Moira's at 70%.
no, they used it at the beginning of the fight.
You sure?
And yep, we can rewind and watch it and use Beat. And I guess they used Soldier as well.
Wow. Okay. They open it here. No, they swapped to Soldier because you're giving them too much trouble.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't realize they used those two.
All right, no more ults.
And
No
B.
more
Send
ults. No
straight
more
ahead,
ults.
guys.
Diva's almost on
Send
a mech.
straight ahead.
I mean, this is a pretty good hook, honestly.
Need heals, please. I have 10
I'm
HP.
healing.
No, you're not healing me.
Gray just comes up big
I'm
here.
healing 2 other people. I'm sorry if you're not in that group.
Wham.
Like,
I
yikes.
got knocked off. Yikes.
I hooked the
Yikes, yeah.
transcendent Zen in the hole.
You had a good boop. We
That was a
recap.
good push.
Or
We
Lucio's just
gotta
hanging out.
Finish off targets, I think. 'Cause Diva and Winston both got really low.
Yeah, I couldn't come in
We
as
just-
a head.
Yeah, so I think it was good overall. I think it was a good
We
trance
gotta-
to
We
keep the
just gotta
fight
be
going
talking
because
more
we had an ult
targets.
advantage,
Yeah, so
or
it
at
turned
least
out
even ults, and like we got good value out of
it
them.
turned out really well. I don't know if I would ever make that call though. That's like, there's a fight we obviously could win because we did win, and it's highly dependent on Winston ult going the fuck off on particularly Sanctum. Like, I don't know as
Well-
a shot caller if I were to be like, use ults winnable, you know? That's something that I
Well-
guess Gray just has to fucking see.
Yeah,
you know?
but who was the pick? Who got picked? Oh, I did.
Yeah, you got 3 taps, and then I
and-
whiff my bomb.
So I mean, that's only one down. A 5v6 is not always losable. You know what I mean? They say
Yeah,
like 75% of times, but like just that means
Ults are
25%
obviously
of
going
the
to
time.
change that.
Yeah, so that 25% of the time we can win.
Alright, you ready
Let's
for
just
your
go on the left
Pataga?
door, so we don't take free damage from Pharaoh.
15 seconds.
You recall what happens here, right?
Yes, and I realize in review
Just go
that you
under,
actually
just go
saved my
under.
life
Yeah. I'm
because
gonna drop the
I didn't
booster
even
in the
think about
hall.
McCree, and I guess you didn't think about
I
McCree
didn't think
either.
about McCree either, no.
But you get this done.
I was
and
just like,
don't.
I'm going in here, and I thought I was going to reaction it, but he was super quick with it.
Watch for that
You get
ferret
bopped
drop behind
immediately.
us.
Throw that
and
ferret.
everyone's
Yep,
gone.
She did.
exactly what I just said.
I'm not entirely sure if you needed to drop down like you did, but it really worked.
Yeah, that's.
I'm
that's
thinking
a
maybe
really,
you could
it's a
just do
re-
it from main and just break that
It's a
fucking
really
shield.
risky.
But
Yeah, it's a really risky play.
if
and
if
like
it's not
in
scouted, you
retrospect,
just instantly kill everyone.
Honestly, I can go.
yeah.
I can go
But in
left
retrospect, like
for
if the
Burgers.
hog
Well, we're gonna need it for the McCree.
like
McCree
turned
needs to
around,
hide behind
if the
shooter.
McCrease had stun off cooldown, it would have been a throw. So like I think in the future I'm gonna try to like not do that so much. But I always want to. Like even on this map a
I
lot,
think Mercy's in
I like
Yeah.
to when they go into top, I like to go over and barrage them from behind.
Honestly, if you're quick enough, I think it's great. Like people aren't expecting it. I'd love
Mhm.
coordination with like our diva so that you can't get flashbanged, but like, you know, so you get a
True.
ton of value here on the initial because they're running fucking
Yeah,
Reinhardt.
I carry this first fight. Our tanks just kind of do not
So
like wait around
Our
for
tanks
a long,
like
long
actually
time.
like Winston jumps up to here on high ground.
Yeah.
So he's unable to follow you at all. I'm like on the flank, so I can like kind of follow you, but I'm afraid to go in solo because they have this guy and this guy. You know, it takes like I figured they would jump now, or in like this,
Yeah. Here he is. He just
or
jumps,
now. But like we're nowhere even fucking close to this. So this is all you,
Yeah.
which is fine. Like I think we can play it so that they don't do anything here, right? They have no pressure. They don't have the map. They don't have the presence anywhere even close to point. I don't think we have to jump here. And it ends up working out. But like, I also think there's almost no reason not to jump here with this advantage. Like, I think they're just fucked regardless because of their comp. Especially losing that real quick.
Did the May buffs go through?
Yes. Them and the Reaper buffs are live.
Yeah, we should start practicing May and Reaper respectively.
I was watching Harblue and Effect. They were both running Reaper. There's like a decent amount of Reaper because of the instant reload, basically off his.
Yeah.
And they seem to like it. Like it's kind of scary.
Well, Reaper has always been like one of those heroes where he's like just barely out of the meta. You know what I mean? May has been pretty far out of the meta, but Reaper's kind of always been on the cusp, and I think now he's in the meta. I really think so. I think May can be used in a lot more situations, like on this map, for example, on Sanctum, for example. But yeah.
So therefore, I didn't get any value. You're getting shit tons. I don't think Tonki needs to be this close. I think he can just stay main and be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in danger just because we have the pressure. But like this Ryan isn't doing anything. And this guy's actually on the wrong side of the map to help his team as they come in.
Yeah.
They're all fucks.
Alright, I'm just gonna drop out.
I don't think they talked that entire fight either. They just kind of like watched me
We should
kill him.
not be getting steamrolled like that, guys. What do we need to change? What's not working?
And then they make a terrible decision to just stay at the choke and wait for people to fire from behind the shield. And we're just like, okay, you're playing Reinhardt. You can't do that.
Come on, somebody start talking.
Oh, poor their Mercy main is like we gotta figure this out. Guys.
That's actually their Pharah.
Oh really?
The girl is
that's
stealth RTG.
That means that's their captain too.
Yeah, Careless is a dude.
Oh, that's the guy that is complaining.
Yeah, I guess we'll just go top again.
Maybe I'll send her tips then if she was like not sure what was wrong. Oh my god.
Fair's right above us.
They're just standing here. Like I don't know what they're trying to accomplish by doing that, but they're just.
They don't have more damage. Like they don't have, and we don't have anyone to poke.
Like
we don't have anyone to poke.
It's so nice if they're gonna just group in this choke against a Pharah, because like their Pharah just it can't like come over this bridge. So the only person she can aim at is you, and like yeah, she can maybe 2-hit you, but that's like so high risk, high reward. Because if you fuck that up, you just don't get value.
Damage out. I have no shield.
Here we go.
I think the McCree almost gets me, so I just drop, and they have no space. They have no space to like to push me.
You just gotta push through there. You can't sit right there.
So I'm not like just fucking.
Push through, we die.
I'm just gonna go in.
We need to
care.
get more damage.
This is where you tell me not to even bother.
I'm just bored.
I was gonna go for barrage, and you just told me not to bother because like the fight was already won.
I have silver. I think we just need to be.
Can you rewind that?
When we can.
Yeah, from the start.
Look at my health here.
You just gotta push through there. You can't sit right there.
We push
If
here,
I'm
we
correct,
die,
I
so
get
we need
discorded
to
and damage boosted.
get
Oh
more
no,
damage
okay,
out,
I get
think.
killed most
You get
likely.
poked by
Oh yeah,
something.
look,
You're full health.
I'm full. I'm
You're
full.
discorded.
It's not a great gauge playing as Ryan, but
Oh man,
You get 2-shot.
yeah.
I have silver. I
But
think
that
just
discord and damage
more
boost,
out
I get down to
when
50
we
HP
can.
in one shot. It's crazy.
I
Many
just
two
took out
shots
the
mercy.
Pharah.
Okay, let's
I'm
push,
gonna
let's
die
push, let's
for
go.
it. I'm gonna die for it though.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's still 2 for 1.
Zen's half.
Okay. I'm pushing point.
They
Shield's going
should
to
win this
point.
fight. They should 100% win this fight.
Okay. I'm pushing point.
We have a tendency, whatever diva we're playing, just kind of like ults to ult.
No, this was a good ult. It was.
It ends up killing someone.
Well,
I
think
don't.
about this.
Hmm.
The Zen would have to back out of the fight. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Which he does. And the McCree has to push in more than he's comfortable with. The tanks are nowhere near
I
here.
mean,
The tanks,
that's fair. That's fair. I am
tanks
worried that
abandon
like
the-
you just
the
freely
DPS.
throw the diva's
Shield's
life
going to
because
point.
yeah, if she just dies there.
Yes, the McCree
Like
was
if the
paying
McCree was
attention.
better,
Go to point.
no,
guys,
the
come on.
McCree stuns her,
Zen's dead.
but just doesn't get the headshot and still dies to the bomb.
Their Mercy's coming into res.
I force trance and then I die to Pharah.
I think we ends up losing this fight actually
Nice.
overall.
Yeah, we
Solid
lose
bit
this fight.
there. Nice.
I think I call winnable with ults and I use my ult and
Mercy's
then
dead.
I die and then
Nice.
no one else used ults.
I called a cycle in
Mercy's
and
dead.
the
Anyone could
Mercy is a
tax
little
it
bit
for me,
late.
that'd be great.
Yeah,
I'm
coming.
coming. Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
But it's
I mean,
fine. We're still like one fight out.
Mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's set up on high ground, guys.
Yuna has another ult already. Damn, she was doing work that fight.
Yep, Tracer's here.
Who's this?
Our
That as
diva,
well?
75%
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, get res.
Nice. Tracer no bomb.
Yeah.
Mercy res.
We were just kind of hanging out here.
They're all top left.
We needed to go in
What are we
faster,
calling
but like
Tracer?
this hog flank
Fair's
kind of
top
burned our
left as
cooldowns,
well.
and then we're trying to go top when we should just go main. We eventually
Yeah.
figure it out.
Main.
Main.
Tracer's main.
Yeah, they're all going main. Right side of point.
We use bubbles super early.
I have Shatter. Winston has no bubble right now.
So he dives in with no bubble.
Diva's on me,
But he
guys.
has
Diva's on
ultimate.
me.
Winston ulted.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still not as great as it could be, but I'm dueling fucking hog for some fucking reason, so I'm not super useful. But at least he's preoccupied.
We have a shield, guys. Why are we not using the shield?
Yeah, I think when they push us
We're
like
not
that, we
using
need
the
to
shield
just go
'cause
to
it's
point so that
dive.
way we're
Yeah.
Like
Like,
there's
how
nothing
far
for him
out
to
there?
do.
Also, you're Farah. Who's gonna use the shield? Like, I guess the three
It's
of them.
just the
But it's like
McCree.
Bears peeking mid.
we can go over it.
Tracer's just in by our main door top.
She just
I can
wasted
survive.
plus one.
Oh, she got
5
me.
seconds. Someone's got to touch the point.
Dude, that pulse bomb was sick. And they lose this one.
Yeah, I think if I'm gonna be on Ryan, you need to be playing
Use the
around it
shield,
more.
Exactly.
Because if I'm not, there's really no point for me to play Ryan if I'm not protecting anybody.
Right. Zen, McCree, and someone else were all outside by themselves.
Alright, this
and
is the
we're
one we
point
get
with no one to
stomped
shield.
on.
Yeah, because you run
The,
an
sh-
awkward
the
pop.
point there is also just natural cover from Farah. She can't
Mhm.
free poke.
And we also have 0 target.
They just need to
point
push
on
right
guys
side
that
and get to
are off
point.
support right now. You
I
gotta
think
call
our
your
call was
discords,
push left
too,
side elephant.
Yeah,
Or it's
yeah.
pointless to have a Zen.
And we kind of have to take the fight slowly.
Ah, fuck. You got on the corner and you kind of got away from me. Just wait a second. I'll be there.
So our diva's left side. Our monkey stays left side the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, our tanks don't come with us,
They have a
and
Genji right
therefore
side.
you're all on your
Soldier
own.
Soldier right side as well.
We're both on
Tanks
our
are
own.
main. I'm
Tanks
gonna drop
finally
the shield
come.
here.
But we,
We get hooked in because we're just like lingering here.
yeah,
Like I think, I don't know.
never dive them.
Yeah, we never commit to anything.
We
And
could just
so-
dive their tank line over and over again. Honestly,
I don't know if their tank line is as good as their Zen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like
there's no appeal for the Zen. That's true. We could just jump the
I
Zen.
mean it is the Mercy. Well, I guess the Mercy's with the Pharah, right?
Yeah.
Like if we can land a nade on their tank line, I think that's absolutely huge. If we can
Yeah.
follow up any sort of purple, that's great. But we just kind of like
But
linger in
that's-
this space too long.
That was the call to like kind of linger until we get a nade. But I guess we should be lingering.
There's I guess
We should be lingering here not here.
There's a difference between giving them hook opportunities and like taking space. Like if
Or
instead,
even better, lingering here. Or
if
tanks
we're
here.
just on the threshold of the doorway without actually peeking it, and we slowly like tickle things down. Or if like our diva is faster on matrixing for that
nice
hooked target.
Rotate left.
But now we're just fucked.
I think she was out of
Nice job.
Matrix.
Yeah, maybe. I think I'm just supposed to swap Widow here. If
Widow
only
shields again.
to
I
contest
can't get that
theirs.
Zen, though.
Because we have no opportunity to
see.
dive them whatsoever.
I'm letting shield full charge here. Don't.
Yeah.
That Widow is going to be
That Diva's
completely
trying to get me back.
uncontested.
Liana is gonna have no value, honestly. Tonki swaps
Yeah.
to Moira for some reason.
Yeah, I
I'm
hate
still
that.
not sure why.
They're coming right.
He
'Cause
does
this is
that a
like a
lot
bad
when I'm
map
just
for
like
Moira.
Zen
Diva's
Zen
right, too,
Zen is
but she might come
perfect
back.
here. It's just we're failing to execute it well.
Main.
Yeah, and he's a great
Yeah,
Zen,
no,
so
I-
he should be switching to Zen, like, but he always switches
I
up
got
Zen
slept,
for
I
some
got
reason.
slept, right side.
Takes so much damage coming in.
4 on the right.
They're all right side.
Where
they're
is
all going
Winston?
Right side.
I just
Nice.
don't see
Moira,
him.
Moira, no fade. She's dead.
Anna's one coming up
Was
main
he?
stairs.
Oh, there he is.
Diva's on
Here he
point.
is.
He doesn't get any
Stay near me,
heals
I'm
because
I-
he's not with the
right
team
now. Stay
Dire.
near me, I've
I
got
got it, I got
Valor.
Nice Diva, no mech.
for this push anyway.
I gotta go
Diva-
for a bit. I'll
She's
be
getting
back
over.
in
Bounce
like
me over,
15
bounce me
minutes. I'm
over.
sorry.
Okay,
They're
okay.
resetting.
I'll
we have
continue
chance
like
next fight.
talking
Okay.
for the VOD, I guess.
Where?
I'll wait for you on the last map though. Sound good?
Sounds good. I'll talk
I
to you in a
have
bit.
barrage for
See ya.
next fight.
Okay.
Genji's gonna have blade coming in. Ooh, soldier
Alright,
top
so I
left.
call. I'm tilted at this point.
Nice.
I need to not die there.
They're
I-
coming right. I
no.
think.
Yep, Genji's
Both
coming
tanks
into
are
blade.
Entirely my fault.
Winston Diva top left.
No, Winston's taking too much poke. Lakota dies.
Nice.
We'll see where he dies.
Good pick, good pick.
Moira's top left on her own. She's just down, headed back inside. She just
She's dead.
Nice.
Stagger.
Ooh.
What's she doing over there?
Monkey top left again. Tracer's to bottom right by health pack.
Okay.
We're like
Diva's
using
also up here with Winston.
cooldowns
Yeah,
up
Genji's
here
main.
when we like.
Genji's got no
Why do we
reflect.
use bubble? I need to take control. We don't have bubble for this. We end up jumping something, and we're gonna lose this just because of ult disadvantage. I don't know. This is so rough.
Nice.
We just played this.
Stay near
We
Zen.
played this one really poorly.
Nice. I almost have shatter.
I'm gonna die.
They had a good
She
like
threw it right
counter
in my
comp,
face as I ulted.
honestly.
I got slept. Mercy's
Protect our
asleep
Mercy,
right now.
protect our Mercy.
Mercy's asleep.
We win.
Yeah, we got it.
Don't
She
try to-
threw, she threw that diva bomb right in my face as I ulted.
Starts.
I know where it's
Let's see what they say.
to, but
It's just that first corner. It's so. Oh.
I know I hate.
We haven't done.
I'm gonna do Route 66.
Ugh.
I know I hate that map too, but
It's just that first corner. It's so. Oh.
Yeah,
It's
their
not bad, but
communication wasn't very
I
good.
just hate it, man.
I think the end is worse than the beginning.
I mean, I can deal with the end because most ends of every map are the same. It's just more or less about steamrolling than it is about anything else.
Last points of most maps are just open.
Yeah.
Besides Temple of Anubis, because fuck that map.
I'm confused.
I was gonna say,
They're
like,
gonna run dive.
The CC for it. It's just better.
yeah, just watch for Widow.
I'm just saying, but if we're not sticking in.
And not because DPS popped off and for some reason they decided to run Anamura. I generally agree with that. Our tanks didn't have like the healing necessary. Ana wasn't really able to look at them, and without the Zenyatta we couldn't just like leave an orb and just fucking forget about it. We needed to swap off the soldier because he wasn't going to do anything against their comp. Like he can only shoot Ryan Shield for the majority of that. And even if the Rhine shield is gone, like he's going to be shooting a Hog who's just going to line of sight him. He's never going to contest the Widow. He's never going to be in range to contest the Pharah. So I needed to swap Tracer faster or maybe Widow and get a good angle on their Widow and their Pharah. I think Dive was still fine against that. Although their only real dive target was Zen by character selection. We also could have gone Death Ball. But I feel like if we skirt around, leave their tanks on point while we hit their backline. Of like Zen Widow, while I pressure from range uncontested as Widow myself. Feel like that's fine. Or get Tracer Pulse Bombs to open up, or Sombra. Maybe some. Still want a way to do with the Pharah. Oh no, maybe Death Ball. Let me.
I'll go Ryan, otherwise I think
Start
I'm gonna
this
go to
next
Risa.
one. Change video. Change video.
I'll go Ryan, otherwise I think I'm gonna go to
That's
Risa.
fine.
Alright.
That's fine. Let's
Let's
go
turn
for
this
it.
up a little bit more. So we're running Sombra Dive into.
I was gonna say, because if they're going dive for sure, it's easy just for me to stun the Winston or whatever, and we can just get a free kill.
Did someone
Yeah. Yeah, we did get rolled before, but we're also running a hog this time, so it might work a little better.
We also did, on the first point of Hanamura, we had a very, I would say, easy time taking it.
Yeah, we did.
It was the second point of Hanamura that she didn't work out because
So I think their memory is a little bit faulty. We got 2 opening picks on Hanamura first, running dive defense into them. And then both Lakota and I just like randomly die. And that's what cost us the point. They're unable to leverage like this composition that they're running. This Reaper Hog thing is in theory good against like our tank line. But like if we just never give them a fight, like what do they do? You know? If we're just from range burning or forcing them to like use Rhine Shield, once that's gone, they're forced to give up space. They have nothing to do. They have no poke from range. They have no good way to initiate a fight outside of Roadhog Hook. And the only person you can Roadhog Hook is really, it has to be Diva. Because if it's not Diva, then she just matrixes. So if we just never take a clean fight, or never actually engage upon them, they're just slowly pushed back.
Yeah, but then when I went to Reaper, it was fine. Oh, were you really? Oh, that's right. We ran triple tank.
Your Reaper was so bad. What are you talking
Mhm.
about?
Did we?
Yeah, we always said let's go mid, but we never did.
Yeah, you can't go mid.
So when they
We honestly
died-
should have just taken like top and went all the way through the left because they were holding people to the left side every single time, and we could have easily gotten a 1 or 2 kill because it was Soldier or Tracer or Zen. Like it was always
Mhm.
just one of them on the left side, and we could have gotten a free pick and then just pushed in on the left side
Well,
without
that's
attention.
How?
that's what we did.
You would
the
never
one team
catch
going
me.
in is we rolled down to get
The
them,
fuck?
and then we got dove down there.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm just saying if we
But-
followed up and the top bridge went all the way around as a team as opposed to like splitting up
Yeah.
because we split up.
We
heavily.
just rotate in response. We
rotating
don't
in
stand
response.
there
But
and
don't
like
worry about it.
fucking.
New map. New map. Let's focus on this.
When they dive, I'm gonna
got
get back
you.
here, and I'm gonna discard the first person that dives up here.
All right.
okay.
All right. Good luck
Watch
with
for
the
Widow.
Winston. If he's good with the bubble, it's hard as fuck.
Just watch
If
for
we
Widow.
can
They have a
hook him or
Sombra,
knock
they have
him
a
off,
Sombra.
it's easy.
Yep. Just
Right,
play
yeah,
it
Winston-
We're
dive.
gonna-
Genji, Sombra, Lucio, Diva, Winston.
Careless when
Shields
you
at half.
die.
Dropping
Sombra
shield. Dropping
behind, Sombra
shield.
behind us.
When you die,
Yeah, like their shield's half. Like, we literally don't need to do anything. They're getting no value from anyone who's not Zen.
Careless, switch off Brigida. You're gonna
Tracer
get
doesn't have
hard
follow-up.
countered by Sombra.
I'm gonna drop to the back right of the gas station
They're
here.
getting ready to dive.
Sombra's underneath. Left side.
So now they give up high ground, so now we can just freely take it. Tonki's in like a great position. I would have liked. So I guess Tonki has to stay with point. Like I really like Tonki's position, but the payload also needs to move, and I need Lucio with him. Like I want these 2 supports together because we do know they have a tracer at this point. Do we have eyes on their tracer? Yeah, here's the tracer right here. Okay, so Tonki's fine. Yeah, this is fine. Tonki's in no danger. We take this space, which is fantastic. Like, this is so good by Lakota, and eventually Gray. This is just like a giant staging thing.
Here comes Genji.
Sombra's in the left, the
Donkey's discorded.
gas
Genji
station.
half.
That is one.
Winston dove. He's on top of gas
I
station.
see him. He has no bubble right now.
I need heals.
I'm trying to heal you, dude.
So we're just breaking shield. What happens?
Shield's gonna go
What's
down.
this stop?
500. Dropping
He's
it.
gonna jump. He's gonna jump. Just wait.
Why
He's
are they doing
discarded right
this?
now, so he's kind of holding off his jump.
Okay, Zen's dead.
I need heals
Good
on the right.
pick. Good.
Oh yeah, he gets on the side, I'm guessing. Don't see how Knight gets to him,
Okay,
but it
Zen's
has
dead.
to. It has to be like around here. We don't call it out. Hmm. That's unfortunate. But look how much like we haven't taken a fight and we're already here. If that pick doesn't happen, like they're about to lose Ryan Shield. We're about to have EMP. Like, what do they do against that?
I need heals
Good
on the
pick.
right.
Good pick. Genji on cart.
I think we play this decently well.
I need heals.
I think we should just basically just back out here though. Not give them the chance to collect all this health as ult charge.
On roof.
I got you. This is gonna be really weird with
Lucio's one. Yeah, we'll switch off the
If-
Brigade. We're gonna switch off the
Yeah,
Sombra
Brigade.
is top right.
For now, we need to just, if we get a pick, try to be aggressive so we can get the heals.
Yeah, I've been trying to
charging
play aggro.
shield.
I've been trying to
Yeah.
get this.
Yeah, the only one who's gotten value so far is this guy. What happened to our
Popping.
Diva mech?
Nice hook.
Oh, nice hook.
Out of mech.
All right, there. There you go. That should heal for a second.
Sombra.
Sombra.
Sombra didn't hack me. Sombra
She
didn't
has
hack
no
me. She just.
no translocate. She's one. She's
Okay.
one.
She's
Nice,
dead.
nice,
She's
nice.
dead.
I'm gonna die.
Monkey's low.
Did I really not get?
Didn't hack me. Sombra
She
didn't.
has
Nice hook.
out of mech.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I didn't see the brigade. And it's unfortunate that I'm going now because we're not coordinated. I think we win off this.
All right, there you go. That should heal for a second.
Sombra.
Sombra.
Sombra didn't hack me. Sombra
She
didn't.
has
Hack me.
no
She just.
no translocate. She's one. She's
Okay.
one.
She's
nice,
dead.
nice,
She's dead.
nice. I'm gonna die.
Monkey's
I have no
low.
shield.
Genji low, Genji low.
Russia, Genji.
You walked away from me. I couldn't heal you, Roadhog.
All right, you're gonna have to go off of Brigida.
Oh, my stuff, yo.
We contesting it. All right,
That's me and Monkey right now. And
I'm
Hog.
almost there.
Lucio, Lucio.
Donkey's uncontested.
There's no amp.
Can't lose.
I'm hacked. No shields right now. No shields. Nice. Okay.
Genji's gonna ult, guys.
Diva. Winston half.
I almost have
Genji
shatter
one,
for
Genji one.
blade. He's dead.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
so
die
are two
here.
of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
we blossom.
I keep getting
Yeah, I
hacked.
know. I didn't get enough healing to stay up. That's my fault though.
I just went to die on point, so.
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't count out
shatter.
this.
Honestly, I think we need a McCree for Sombra if he's gonna stay.
And well as
We
the
can't-
Dragon Blade.
We can't let her just get in and get out. I have shatter.
They're only thinking of like what heroes are good against which heroes and not the composition. So like McCree, yeah, I guess is fine against Sombra. But like it's just another easily dove kind of target. And the main problem is like their Reinhardt and their Reaper just don't play it, and their Hog just don't play at range. And don't take like this. They can't contest this at all, so we can just sit up there indefinitely.
Yeah, I have Blossom. Winston's on the roof, I think.
And why does he bubble? Why?
I think.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
on the roof.
Yeah. There's no bubble.
Zen's in the.
He's right above us.
He's right. Yeah, he's right above us, guys.
They're right
Diva
above us.
two.
Let's back up. Let's back up. Back up. Back up.
He's gonna be
3
discarded.
damage. We're
Oh,
down
there's
1.
eight.
Sombra,
Like, look how much we're just able to force them the fuck back.
bruh.
He's by our spawn door.
Like,
I'm dead to Genji dive in the middle.
Oh, it's huge.
yeah, that's the only reason why they're even close.
Diva discard. Baby Diva.
It's fine.
Sun's alone.
This fight was never on payload, so we basically push it to 1 win. We have it.
On the, Zen and Lucio. Supports
Yep.
on.
I'm gonna try to keep my orb on the squishy like DPS classes.
And we have EMP.
I suck.
Good fire strike.
Lucio discard, even though it doesn't matter.
Sombra's up on the saloon or whatever the fuck building that is.
To the
She's
right.
gonna EMP.
Saloon is red,
Got one
gas
tap.
station's left.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up.
I'm gonna back up as well, just because she's fucking stupid.
Winston's up here too.
Okay. He's got no bubble. They're on cart.
Somber discard, somber
EMP.
discard, somber discard.
Yeah,
No
they
shield.
play this well. I rushed this a bit.
Yikes.
Oh, I got away. How did I survive?
Winston discard,
We weren't coordinated with
Genji.
that either.
Yikes.
Oh, I got
Cart.
somber discard, somber.
Like,
He's got no bubble.
he's bubbled way the fuck over here. You know I'm looking for EMP, team. Where am EMP? I understand what Lucio's doing. Winston is so fucking far away. Where is Diva?
They're on cart.
Somber discard, somber.
Back here? What?
Somber
EMP.
discard, somber discard.
No shield.
Shit.
Yikes.
Oh, I got away. How did I survive?
Winston discard.
Get this Genji, Genji,
He's
Genji.
dead.
I'm not alive.
Oh, you're fine. Moira was. Genji's looking for Blade.
I have shatter if I get out in time.
Would have preferred Tonki to like take high ground instead of being this close.
Just
Just die.
Doesn't really matter though.
Thank you.
Like our tank's gonna be taking position right now.
Just gonna
Why
go
don't we?
mercy.
Sombra's going around the right.
He's gonna hack big health.
See if we can get
Yeah,
that.
like our goal should be to set me up here. I can.
Get her before she gets there.
She's here. She's here.
She's discarded, she's discarded. No,
She's
she
out.
recalled. Thing.
Yeah, she did the mini.
I have shatter still.
A lot of ultimates.
Somber's still
Dropping
listening.
shield. Dropping shield. I'm coming back.
Hi,
around.
I'm back.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so we're on RF offense. You don't have to restart.
I kind of want to, honestly. We play this pretty well to begin with.
And those are things we
Alright,
can
let's
look
go.
at on the
Don't worry about
VODs.
it. New map. New map.
Okay.
Focus on this.
When they dive,
So we're running.
I'm gonna
I
get
got
back here, and I'm gonna
Somber
okay,
dive.
we're
that dives up here.
Into
We're
like
running Somber
their
dive.
they're like
Winston
death
and
ball
just look at the
anti-dive
bubble, it's hard as
basically.
fuck.
It's
If
Or
fine.
like
if we can
Cat-
hook him or
Somber,
knock
there's
him off,
Somber.
it's easy.
Yeah,
No,
we're
the
playing
Somber
with
dive is
that.
perfect against that because it
Genji,
has all the
Somber,
disables that we
EMP,
need.
Winston.
Careless when
Shields
you
at half.
die.
Dropping shield. Dropping shield.
Yeah, they just don't get any value
When you
out of
die
it from
careless,
this
it's off
Reinhardt
Brigida.
whatsoever.
You're gonna get hard.
You just slowly
countered
lose
by
a shield,
Sombra.
they're forced further and further back to give up high ground. We just never actually
I'm gonna
take a
drop
fight.
to the back right of the gas
It's
station
like
They're
here.
getting ready to
perfect.
dive.
Sombra's underneath. Left
Where?
side.
What is he even doing there? Why does he back out so much?
Comes Genji.
Because his shield
Sombra's
was
on
at
the left
half.
The gas
Genji
station.
half.
That is one.
Winston
Shield's
Doe,
at
he's
like
on top of gas
500.
station.
Sam, he has no bubble right now.
I need heals.
I'm trying to heal you, dude.
Shield's gonna go down. 500. Dropping
He's
it.
gonna jump. He's gonna jump. Just wait.
He's discarded right now, so he's kind of.
Tonki gets picked in the back, which is unfortunate. That's the only thing that stops this push. Like, look how little they've done. Outside of their Tracer, no one on their team is building ultimate whatsoever. And we're closer to the EMP win condition that just fucks them.
Holding off
Yeah.
his jump.
Okay, Zen's dead.
I need heals
Good
on the
pick.
right.
Ryan has done absolutely nothing,
Genji on cart.
and Winston's done absolutely nothing.
I need heals.
They
And
literally
their
have all
hooks
their
haven't
ult,
landed, yeah.
they literally have all their ults from all their
Lucio's
ult charge
one.
from like time.
Yeah, we'll switch off the
If-
Brigade. We're gonna switch off the
Yeah,
Sombra
Brigade.
is top right.
For now, we need to just, if we get a pick, try to be aggressive so we can get the heals.
We have EMP.
Yeah, I've been trying to play
Charging shield.
aggro.
We're a little
I've been
desynced
trying
here
to get
on this.
We're
this popping.
We
seconds
get a
in.
hook and we
That's
lose
a-
to even there.
Oh, nice
Out of
hook.
mech. Out of mech.
Alright, there.
So they're EMP. I get 5. And I'm gonna get 2 immediately. I'm gonna get the Reaper and I'm gonna get the Zen.
So wait, you know we get 6.
Apparently I don't get the Brigette.
Oh, because she was in the house back room. Okay. You can
Yeah.
take control back then.
We knew I was looking for this, but we don't seem to be in like position entirely to follow it up on it.
Where
I
am
go
I?
motion heal for a second.
Sombra?
Oh, there
Sombra
I am.
didn't hack me. Sombra
She
didn't
has
hack me.
no translocate. She's one. She's
Oh,
one.
God.
She's
Nice.
dead.
Oh, that was
She's
good. We got a good
Okay.
Winston
Nice.
jump,
Shield.
and then I dashed through the entire team.
Yeah, it
Or
could have
yeah,
been
we can-
Dashed through the
cleaner
entire team, too.
because like
Yeah.
we lose the Diva mech, which is the real unfortunate thing.
You-
So
you
this is
walked away
we're
from
going
me,
to
I
win
couldn't
this
heal you
fight, but
real
this is going to take a bit.
Alright, you're gonna have to go off of Brigitte.
Yeah, because they have Winston.
We can
and
You end up
Tracer.
blading on like 50 health, getting 2
Almost
and
dead.
dying for it.
Lucio. There's no amp.
I'm hacked. No shields right now. No shields. Nice. Okay.
You have any
Just like
support
don't
up?
get
Guys.
heals right
Diva,
here.
Diva.
Talk is not alive, and we have no range
I
shields,
almost have
basically.
shadow blade.
I just dash into
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Ryan.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have Blossom.
I keep getting
Yeah, I
hacked.
know. I didn't get enough healing to stay up. That's my fault though.
I just went to die on point, so.
I'm gonna shatter.
And then the same thing happened second
honestly,
point,
I think we
where
need
like
McCree for Sombra if
they
she's
just
gonna
are
stay.
continually forced back because they don't have high ground
can't-
control and they don't have any ranged
We
pressure.
can't,
And
let
so
her
we
just
just
get in
play
and
like
get
a
out.
slow, methodical, taking space sort of thing instead of everyone press shift into
shatter.
their face.
Yeah.
And it's
I mean, I
perfectly
guess this
fine.
team is the perfect sort of
Yeah,
team
it's
for Gray to play against because I feel like that's the way he likes playing Winston.
Winston's on the roof, I think.
Yeah, he's on the roof.
Why does he pop bubble?
Yeah,
I don't
dude?
know.
There's no
I don't know.
bubble.
He does that a couple times, and I'm like, I don't
He's
He's
fucking
right
get
above
it.
us.
So
He's right
3
above
people
us,
take high
Diva
ground,
too.
which is
Let's back
fine.
up. Let's back up.
He
back up,
he
back up.
finds the McCree alone.
He's gonna be
True
discarded.
damage.
See, perfect.
We're down
Crazy.
one.
The only
Sombra.
reason they're never
You just
contesting
fire
point.
spawn door.
You get another pick.
I'm dead to Genji. Dead.
That Blossom is the only thing that saves them here. They're so fucked with that.
Dive in the middle.
Oh, it's huge. Diva discard. Baby Diva.
Like we even call for
Zen's alone on
disengage.
Zen and Lucio.
Amber's just
Support
not
Zen.
on heal
I'm
or
gonna
not
try
on
to keep
speed
my orb
until
up
like
as
now.
she, like, DPS
So
classes.
Tonki gets hooked.
Nice hook.
Good fire strike.
Lucio discard, even though it doesn't matter.
Sombra's up on the saloon.
So they know I'm
Whatever
looking for
fucking
EMP.
that is.
I don't get like a
It's
great
very-
one, but
It's
we are
Saloon is
not in
red,
position to
gas
follow
station's
this.
Left.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up.
I'm gonna back up as well, just because she's fucking stupid.
So Winston
Winston's
just
up here too.
he uses jump to get back up here and just drops bubble. Diva's like Diva's here, but he's gonna fire like a self-destruct over in conjunction with the EMP.
Yeah, I call out a
There's
time
no
a
bubble.
cool a time off, and she's still late.
They're on cart.
Sombra discard, Sombra
EMP.
discard, Sombra discard.
No shield.
If the Winston had instead like jumped here and pushed them back into it, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Instead, we're gonna go into this hallway, which I think
Oh,
is actually
yeah,
pretty
I take
risky
the-
for us.
I take this long
Shield.
protracted fight in this hallway. I end up taking
Oh,
a
I
ton of
got away.
damage
How
and
did I
dying.
survive?
Winston discard.
Get this Genji.
He's
Gray
dead.
over chases. You seem fine.
I'm not
It
alive.
might be the next fight
No, you're
then.
fine. Moira was. Genji's
Hockey
looking for
frags out
blade.
because they don't have healing.
I have shatter if I get out in time.
This is the
I
hog.
farmed the
that-
hog for 50% ult.
That hog is like
Just die.
the hog is playing solo queue hog, which is frustrating them a lot.
I mean, his team is like fucked there. If he can flank and
No,
get that
he
pick, maybe
does.
he can stall.
He does it the whole time though. But yeah,
he does.
it does get them a lot of value. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's just playing in that style.
All right, I think we
And
should be
if-
pushing up right
it-
here.
Yeah. Where are our tanks?
On point.
Okay. Why? The door has to open and
Sombra's
close.
going around the right.
He's gonna
Yeah,
hack
we
back
should
big
just
one.
leave like
Yeah, let-
Lucio
So
on
we
it.
can get her before she gets
Yeah,
here.
but literally the door, like, so you cap point.
You
the
don't have
door
to have
opens,
anyone on it. Yeah,
the
I
door
know.
closes. Yeah.
I'm trying to get this mega
Yeah,
and I
she did
can't.
the mini.
So once that happens, I need to go the other way. We have 6 ults to their
I have
like
shatter still.
4 or 5.
4.5.
Dropping
Yeah.
shield. Dropping shield. I'm coming back around.
So his
Use
boop,
EMP here.
his boop actually pushes the Zenyatta out of my EMP. Do you see Grey
Oh,
dive in there?
really?
Yeah, and I don't know where Diva is. Watching it from my perspective,
On
he was like
point.
just outside of range.
Winston.
So they follow up with trance.
Oh, I'm coming.
Come over to me. Come over to me.
Wow.
You get
We
2
still
kills,
get
that's
two,
your
yeah.
chance.
I have shatter.
The shatter
1.5.
turns it though. The shatter and the
That's
hog.
huge. That's
Everyone
actually
just
huge.
pressed Q.
Damn it.
We got the
Wait,
Sombra.
we burned both. Oh, why do we
I have
trance
Blossom
here?
up again.
I can block it.
Lucio Discord.
I'm not gonna chase them. They're resetting.
Yeah, just let him reset.
This is a rough point for dive into Death Ball.
Yeah. And we don't really dive. We kind of play
So
dive
Where's
like
the
a
one
death
right
ball.
side?
Genji, they're alright. They're all main.
Watching this guy type is tilting me.
Never good.
Oh my god.
Sombra
Someone's
above.
separate. Nice. That's so important.
Tanks are
Getting build up top.
desyncs.
Come towards me.
Winston Discord. Winston Discord.
He dives at top
I'm
and
just
gets a
valking right now.
health
Genji's
pack.
low.
Together.
Genji's
He
low.
jumps.
Together.
I'm
No
super
way.
low.
Back
Nice,
move
nice,
over
nice,
to
nice.
you, man.
It's okay. High noon.
Nice.
That's so good.
Lucio Discord.
Let's
Lucio
go.
Like
Discord,
their
Lucio
Zenyatta is
Discord.
under no pressure for the rest of this
Yeah,
match.
under-
Stand by himself. Try to
Nice,
stack.
Sue.
Nice,
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 Sue.
nice.
Nice, Sue.
Alright, Sombra's back.
He discarded.
Alright,
Oh, I
she's going
headshotted
back.
it.
She
I actually
thinks
get
she's
like
in the right
randomly
room.
like hooked here.
Alright, back.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, you invisible and got hooked?
Yeah.
Winston Discord.
That's
I
pretty
got
funny.
you. I got you.
What's his name was matrixing for me,
I have
and I think
shatter.
they were
You're a
aiming
little
for her and
overextended, but you're fine.
gets me.
Good pick.
Nice, Sue. Shield's right
Watch
here.
that. Watch the Zen.
Where'd
right
I
there,
die?
Dropping shield,
guys.
dropping.
I'm not really sure. It doesn't show your icons.
Yeah.
Sombra right side.
Do you have Blossom? Oh, you
I
do.
should be
Yeah, I
going in
do.
from left more
I'm just trying
often.
to stay away from Sombra's
Hey.
EMP.
There's a good place like right there, like a little.
She
left
stop
side
right.
of
Somber stop right.
Tanks are desynced. I'm not there to follow it. You're
I don't know
not
if we
there to
called
follow
it.
it. Yeah, he just like jumps.
Yeah, I don't think we called
maybe.
it out.
I'm gonna EMP these two, which isn't great, but like we can
Yeah.
burn these guys at least.
Monkey
Is
low,
that
monkey
He
low.
can die. He can die. Come towards me.
I think I just called. We will
She
go
did
in
not
with the
have me.
EMP.
Yeah,
Stay
Wait,
Yeah.
come to me, come to me,
Stay
come to me.
we go in without
Thank you.
or before.
Nope.
Yeah. And
I don't get value from it.
That's a good blossom.
I don't think I didn't have line on sight when you
I'll target
EMP'd, so
stop.
I just assumed like,
Oh,
okay, let me just go in,
He's
assuming
ulted.
everyone's active. Which I
Yeah,
guess is
that's
bad.
my
But
bad.
I was-
Sombra?
if you don't get a fat EMP, just say like, oh, it's the tanks.
We need
Let me know who it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
They're too far back. Let him reset.
I mean, that's what you got to do, man. You're the Discord. Call it.
Sombra's
Sombra stop
still
right.
top right.
They're
Watch the
translator queues.
translocator.
I can
Watch
shatter,
We
the
beat
shatter.
in. Okay.
Good.
Oh, their shatter wins them this.
Sombra's hacked me. Sombra hacked me.
No, damn, monkey's
Sombra,
so
Sombra
low.
Discord, Sombra Discord, Sombra Discord.
Sombra dead.
That
Alright,
shatter
stay
discoordinated
on
our
me.
dive.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh god.
Alright, wait it
And
out.
at
Wait
this
it
point,
out.
it's lost.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about stall, but ideally, Tamaki just
Yeah,
drops
make sure
back,
you guys
uses
keep
his
talking.
shift,
Make sure that
just to
cart gets
keep
hurt real bad.
alive as long as possible. The next tank should be back in time, and
Not
if Funa's
sure
dead,
they have.
maybe not use it, but like
Junkrat,
as soon as two
Arista,
people are back
Sombra,
alive,
Sombra,
then we
Sombra,
can
Sombra.
use a trance to like actually try to get kills rather than just like kind of stall. Because I think
I
like
just booped everybody off high ground.
Lucio and I died pretty early in that fight, so we would have been coming back pretty soon. So we didn't really necessarily need a trance to sustain. We could have just used, Orb of Harmony to sustain, and probably could have been back by time. But instead of being kind of trances, by the time trance is done, they both just melt.
I find it weird that their fire says I booped everyone off high ground when it's like you willingly dropped, as far as I could tell, and
Yeah.
no one else is left.
Booped everybody off high ground, guys. Go.
Nice.
Go.
There's a trap high ground. Just careful.
Are we ready? Do you have your
Why am I not
pieces?
on high ground though? Oh yeah, okay. Yep, I booped the Winston off.
That Junkrat can die. He's low.
I got booped off.
Someone's on me in the
I
back.
don't have line of sight of any Discord targets right now. Arista Discord.
Or is it one? Is it one?
Oh, I'm
I need heals. I'm back.
So their sound is actually a little desynced from the play right now. Like their comms and the video are a little bit desync.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm hacked.
Oh man, it's like a 2-second delay.
Sombra's on cart.
Alright, I'm muting it.
Get out. Get out.
Get
out.
I want to hear this this widow call the lucky
they're down
headshot
one
that
right
she
now.
got on me.
Diva's discarded.
I have Valk for next push.
Was it through invisibility?
That Junkrat pick is huge.
No, she just like flicks 90+ degrees right onto my head when I had her dead to rights otherwise.
Okay, you ready?
Not here.
I'm
It's
gonna jump on this
like
side.
start of
Sombra
second
left
point.
side. I hear someone
Okay.
behind you.
Alright, I'm jumping up there.
And I no sleep dart.
I think I do a good job of disrupting the dive again. I push the
Diva
Winston
discard.
back.
She's half, almost out of
It's
mech.
just such a
Nice,
bad
nice,
point
on
of
mech.
view. I can't really tell what's
Sombra
going
on
on.
cart.
Yep,
I guess I didn't do a
Sombra,
good job of
sorry,
disrupting
you're
the
gonna have
dive
to
because
finish
their
your
Winston got
second.
value.
Thank
It's
you.
their far and
Good
widow
shit.
are getting.
She literally
Oh,
just
Well,
everything.
I was gonna say,
the
you were just
tanks
on
got
your
value
own.
as in
You're
they
all,
pushed
out
us
of there,
into
so-
Yeah,
kill
that's
zone.
true,
That's
that's true,
trade all
true.
day. That's
I'm going
fine.
top right.
Did she EMP or just hack?
Yeah, no,
She
she
EMP'd.
EMP'd.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
really,
so
that's
bottom
it's
left,
probably
bottom
my
left, bottom
fault
left.
because
Nope, bottom right.
no dive should work against
What's up, girl?
I think
against
I think
my
EMP
Junkrat
gets
on
rid
this
of my
point.
shield.
They have two
because-
long range
Stand
things we're
right.
not contesting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of
exactly.
issue.
I mean, this if there's any dive that's
Alright,
gonna
I
work,
just
it's
give
gonna
up.
be
I
this
fired
dive.
half the
But
point,
like,
that's
their
all I was
tank
worried
should have
about.
been melted.
Alright, you ready for
Right.
this bullshit? I'm gonna come through the cave.
Okay, I'm watching.
I don't know if we'll see it honestly.
I can res this if you want.
No. I'll be up.
I know we just got it, but I was like, it's just up to you.
Nice pick.
I can't see you on the bridge.
That was actually such a.
I guess
low
Knight
play,
doesn't
but he
talk on their
know
team.
that.
He does right now.
Oh, that was actually just such a fucking lucky shot.
He doesn't know that.
That's right. He doesn't need to.
Yes, he does.
I was like, I knew that. Like I was like, Jesus.
I'm gonna reset.
Yeah, our shield was down for some
That's it,
reason,
right clicks, man.
I can't see you in
but
there.
we
dude.
should
Yeah,
always be
garage
holding
up.
this high ground.
Like knocked in by this Junkrat
Yeah,
shit.
if we can.
Anna has
she's
all-
They're not happy with you
no.
mining them every
That's-
fucking place.
That feels
That's
bad.
a play.
These stupid Junkrat bombs.
But it threw me on the
Oh,
cart.
risky business.
That's by himself on the bridge, upper.
I see him.
I was gonna
He's
say I
top.
had the Winston up there with me. Winston
He's
was
dead,
up.
he's
Junkrat's
dead.
literally okay.
Guys,
Pull out.
winnable, get on the cart.
Hey, Widow.
Yeah, it was a winnable fight, but we kind of like don't take point.
What?
I took
I did
point,
not sit
our
on the
tanks
cart,
did not,
guys.
and I die for it.
Watch out. they
It's
do
fine.
have Widow
They go
now.
back. They go back.
Yeah, but like we could have got more picks. I think
Yeah.
like they take the next fight and we're still down.
It's okay.
Hold on, we should be using
They have
Boogie clips
Widow.
more because he's not here, or for flow feedback.
Take her out.
It's fine. I have walls for this.
Alright, I'm here. Let's go.
I mean, I am
Boogie's
recording
got
this.
back, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
They're on the jumper from behind.
I'm on point.
Diva, you're on your own right now.
She dropped down on main.
I see her.
Like we can
He
just
was up on
hold
the
point
Saloon.
so they don't move. Like I don't.
What is
He's
going
so
on back
far.
right? I'm jumping here.
I'm gonna back up a second. Like if we just hold this corner, like not even necessarily the high ground, just the corner. Like instead of having our shield back here, which concedes fucking everything.
I mean, this high ground is so good. It's such a good high ground, though.
It
Especially-
is. It is. I'm not disagreeing with you there, but I don't know. Like since we're forced to give this up because we don't have the high ground contest for it that they
Yeah.
do.
Uh,
That like
it's true.
suddenly like this stairwell is like fucked,
Yeah, that is true.
which is what we did to them basically. I
I mean,
think.
ideally, we have Anna, Zen, Widow back here.
My concern is like their widow gets free lines of sight. Like the widow.
Oh,
can-
you're not Widow. Never mind.
I
hold on,
I
you're
am
not
widow, but they are also widow.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then
I think I can play
tanks up here,
Kron maybe.
and we do have high ground contest. We have Yuna, and Yuna can play here and either counter dive or contest high ground.
So if
if
Yuna
she's-
goes up, then she's
She's in line of sight of our healers. Oh my god.
That's fair. All right. I can kind of see.
Is there an undo button? I guess not.
Yeah. There's a
thought
clear
there was.
clear screen, and then you can erase individual lines.
Anna, Zen, Widow, and then Diva can counter dive or take high ground, and she's in line of sight of both of our supports.
Maybe you go up there too, and
Yeah, I can
rest
also
of us
high
chill
ground contest. Yeah,
All right.
Honestly, I
That's fair.
can just hang out up. I can hang out just up here. Like I can hang out the corner up here.
Okay. I guess it's the only way they break that open is either some really coordinated dive, which we fail to help against, or their Widow gets an opening pick.
Mhm. So I mean, but instead we're here with our tanks. Tanki's here as well. I'm contesting cart for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, it seems fine. Someone needs to eventually.
Yeah, we don't have any.
I'm
we
up
have
there. I'm
Amber up
getting
here.
shocked. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
healed and I'll be fine. But
Yeah, you get fields for so.
Jumping here.
Diva jumps up,
seems fine.
but they all
I'm gonna
drop
hold their
back.
back line.
Junkrat's
He gets
That's
you
how we're supposed to
underneath
play.
the payload. That feels
Yeah,
bad.
I was
One.
I was
Push,
I was
push,
told
push.
about that.
Yeah, he's just getting
Widow's
picked.
dead.
Nice.
He has all the space.
Orisa.
Wristlers, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Alright,
whoa,
no
whoa,
more
nice,
ults.
nice,
No
nice,
more
nice.
ults. No more ults. I
No, I
vouch.
need
No
heals.
more.
I need.
Oh,
I need
God.
line of sight.
No
I need
more.
line
No
of
more.
sight.
Stagger,
We're
stagger,
good.
stagger, stagger.
No more.
All right, let's get
3
the
on
door.
cart. 3 on cart.
Block the doors up there.
Tucking me in the door.
Just watch out for that Zen right click, man.
I think they're letting
I'm
me stay
scared
here.
of Tanki.
Widow's in there.
Nice.
I'm always more aggressive. Like we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. But yeah,
Okay.
a lot of times we can't do it.
Walls.
They have walls. Yep. Well, she did it early because by the time we even get around this corner, it's gonna be done.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
because
for
I thought they were
using-
coming that
Top right.
cave way, and so I
Widow's
wanted
right in front
to
of us.
prevent that.
Yeah, if
She's
we're doing
still in there?
walls.
No.
We did switch to Winston. I don't know why, but we did, and we might as well like make use of it. Also,
Yeah,
one
we
thing that
hold
you have to keep
close.
in mind, we should keep in mind if we're running Junk and Widow, walls and tire is
Which is
such a good
chilly.
combo, dude.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I know so.
Okay.
Yikes.
Because the
Where'd Echo come
biggest
from? Oh,
thing
shit,
that,
she's
Yeah,
out
check
here,
out
she's
that
out
flank.
here.
Fuck that guy.
Don't res me. She's in the tunnel outside.
but like imagine
her
like the
back.
idea that
Junkrat's over here. Back by our
no one
spawn.
can shoot my tire because I know where they're gonna be shooting from, and I know exactly where to
Oh,
go to
fuck.
flank and then jump at the last second.
I love
Alright,
that we're
let's,
holding here, by the way.
Let's get a hard reset here.
Yeah, this was good. This was well done.
I eventually
I think
get,
everything
get picked
just
like right here because I don't know where the Widow
Where is she?
is after Amber shoots. Yeah,
She in the
she
tunnel.
like
Alright,
shot a
let's go.
sleep dart
Widow's
down
dead.
there. And
Nice,
I
Nice,
get,
nice.
nice.
I
Let's
get
go.
angled real bad.
Diva discard.
Zen's alone on left.
You
Zen.
thought.
Nice, that's huge.
Alright, I'm switching off Farah.
Okay. Winston?
Five,
Junk is behind us also.
Somebody's out
Winston's
behind us.
on our back line.
Someone.
He's nice.
Tonki's tonky.
Alright, how many are they down now? 3?
Hard to say.
Tonki's
Tonki's getting
tonky.
everyone.
Let's go.
Widow's up on top, right in front of the payload.
I get
I'm
dinked
gonna
here.
jump her in 3.
Yeah.
She's discarded.
I got her.
Nice, nice, nice.
Zen's back left.
Why do we bubble?
Spread.
Got her.
Why aren't they
I'm gonna
pushing?
die.
It's coming from behind us.
Oh yeah,
Well, at
tire.
this-
Right,
Nice,
right,
dude.
right, right.
He's
See,
almost at
good tire.
Oh,
Winston
there
on the
he is.
left.
Yeah, I like it.
Ooh, buddy, you tried.
Winston?
Winston.
Winston discard. Winston
Wow.
discard.
Diva's here in my bubble.
They have
Even
walls.
We're like
Is that
cycling
out?
tanks right
I
now
have
to contest.
rage.
Seems
Keep
good.
me up. I'm gonna.
Junk
Oh,
discard.
jeez. Winston.
Yeah.
Or,
I think they're just doing it
Yuna's not getting
instinctively.
healed at all though.
She's out.
I guess Winston is getting all the heals.
I think
Nice.
Tonki just has a
Winston Discord,
tendency
nice,
of not
he's low.
switching his
He's gonna get
his
out.
orb.
Yeah,
Diva's
his
coming back
his
up.
healing
Back line.
orb placement is like
I have ult. Push,
fucking
push,
the
push.
worst part of his game.
Widow top left.
He obviously
He's
has the
back,
aim. He
Winston on
discords
me,
well
back,
because
in the
he's
back, in the
looking
back, in the back.
downfield, but like
Come
who
towards me.
he's healing
I
is
was
not great.
anything.
His
I
ults are
mean,
more like
just
team
don't
ults,
die
so I'm
at
not
the end.
really concerned about
Yeah.
when he does
Yeah,
those.
just die.
I mean, we'll have trance, but like this.
But like Amber could have been healing our
We can
Diva
kill this
too,
Winston.
and just wasn't.
No, he's out.
maybe Death
Mm.
Blossom.
And then
Yeah, we should
Tonki
have
gets
it.
another frag.
I mean, it depends, just really.
We don't have very guys.
Like
I'm camping-
Tonki against a disorganized
you
team is like
lagged out, what'd you
fantastic.
say?
Yeah, you're camping
we
the
don't have very much further
Body,
to
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
One fight.
Tonki against like a disorganized team is just gonna run into their right clicks, and he's just gonna get all the value in the world.
I have sides. You wanna go?
Yep.
We gotta go.
And I'm good against organized teams.
Winston's right above us.
Yeah, just get him. He's discarded.
Did Winston need to jump? I guess.
Go into cart.
Seems fine.
No, yeah, it's because they had walls.
Tonki gets a
They had,
kill.
Oh my god.
they had walls up.
Yikes.
They put walls up, and
Jumping
they
back
knew
to
that he was
healers.
sitting in
Yeah,
the corner there.
yeah.
I told him back to come to jump back in.
I killed Diva.
We use a
So-
lot of
Hey,
outs
guess
here.
what?
It's less
Doesn't
fight.
matter,
Got
we're already
me.
Oh, then yeah. Okay. use them.
Yeah, I didn't realize that too the first time.
Jesus. So much damage.
GG's.
That was close though.
Yep.
I think if
I
we
think
had
Gray is
set,
very
like,
coachable. I think
2
he's
staggers
becoming
earlier, I
aware
think
of his
it's gonna happen.
problems, and I think a lot of his things are just
I
like
think we
solo
just gotta
queue
realize sooner
mindset.
that we're getting
You know,
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, well,
his bubble
Lily
placement
called that
is
Widow
got to
out
work
on
on.
the
His
Uh,
cooldown
side,
management
so
of
when
that,
I came
yeah.
out to
yeah, his
that
cooldown
blue,
management in general. Yeah. And
what's it called? The spawn.
so what I said to him is use map geometry instead of shields,
If you
because
can,
that counts.
yeah.
Instead of that counts for Ryan and for Winston. Like if he focuses on that, if that's his goal for the next scrim, we'll see a lot of improvement. Hopefully, it doesn't make him too passive though. But I think we should be okay.
Did you see any of Rusty's
No, I did not. Oh, I did. A lot of them were just kind of like. I realize now I can just go to the VOD and just click at the end and I can see the whole thing.
Yeah, he didn't comment as much as I thought he would.
On this map.
In fact, he doesn't comment anything beyond 46 minutes, which is fine, I suppose. It's mostly on me.
Which scrims is this? Is this April 10th?
No, this was 9th.
Yeah, it's Retribution.
This was the same one, I think.
I'm just trying to
Yeah,
find the
this
video
is
so
the
I
same
can
one
skip
we
to
just
the end.
watched. It's basically like I wasn't calling bubbles, which is fine. Ryan is passive, and part of that is my fault as Zarya for not being there to protect him, which I agree. But I also think like he could have been more aggressive even with my shit bubbles. We lose a couple fights because I have 0 energy. My
Trace is not good on this point.
my
Nice
crosshair
boop.
placement could use work.
Why use shift to engage? You can speed boost from spawn and swap to Mercy. Oh, this is Nepal. Work on headshotting Hog.
It's
Okay,
easy.
good.
Yeah, it's whatever. I would have preferred more like macro worrying and stuff.
Those are indeed tips.
Why you want to use shift to engage? I don't know if
He's talking
I
about
don't know
he's
who he's
talking about
talking
Nepal.
to.
He's talking about Nepal when we when I say let's go low ground since we don't have a Lucio, and we'll use shift to engage, and he's like, nah, you should just go high ground and walk up to them and use shift to disengage.
I mean, you can do that too, I suppose.
I like the
But,
idea of using of trying out that whatchamacallit, that drill, and maybe we'll get like so just a Boo and someone else to play the V team, the red team or whatever, for that drill. It could be pretty cool to try out.
Yeah. Like here I am watching shortly after he says why you want to use shift to engage, right? And you got a direct on someone and I'm like, yo, what are we doing?
We didn't use shift to engage.
It was
But-
on cooldown, you know?
Oh, well,
Because he jumped high ground.
I was getting directs and picks even before anyone jumped in. I think I got like 2 kills. The 2 of us got like 2 or 3 kills before the tanks were even there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go pee, and then I
Alright.
think we're done VOD reviewing.
Yeah, I think so.
I might play a little Fortnite. Oh, it's already 2 a.m. I probably will not play anything then.
Yeah, I'll see if I can upload this to YouTube and then post it. I'll
All right,
probably
man.
post it sometime tomorrow because I'm gonna be asleep by the time it uploads.
All right, I'll talk to you in a second, I guess, if you want to play something or whatever. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit.
See you.